What's up, Bigger Picture fam? Just a quick note before we start the show. You will notice that the audio quality in this episode is a little bit different from our previous ones. It's not unlistenable, okay? But we did have some technical issues. We made sure to do everything we could to bring you this conversation at the best possible quality because your experience is the most important thing. But we did really want to give you this nearly 2.5-hour podcast because it was a great conversation. So we did our best. We will be back to our usual sound quality next episode. And maybe by then, we'll have some broccoli. Who knows? I'm just saying, one man can dream, okay? Thank you for being with us for 24 straight weeks, and enjoy the show.
We live? Are we live?
We're live. Kobe episode.
Are we on the air? All right, head man. Congratulations.
Oh well, you know, there's
Champion. What's up, champ?
Huge.
it's a little some shit going on in the streets. You know what I mean?
What's going on? What are you wearing today, sir?
Oh, this right here, this is a little Dodger blue. You know what I mean, for the homies in the neighborhoods and whatnot. And just I want to say something too, because I saw a lot of people. We were getting slander online, and they were like, well, the people who are uninformed. Again, when we did episode 1 of this show, I was speaking to the culture of Los Angeles.
Yes.
When you see people in LA wearing a Yankee hat, it's not necessarily for the Yankees. Okay? let's just get that out. Let's just knock that out. You know what I mean? So I don't want to hear people talking about, well, Nipsey was a Yankee fan. No, he wasn't.
He was Derek Jeter guy?
Nah, Nipsey didn't fuck with you niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? He fucking some other shit. I can't curse first 2 minutes or whatever. Sorry. I violated the YouTube algorithm. But yeah, in LA, we are not Yankees fans. Champ, LA Wilson. You know what I'm saying? That's Rob Markman.
Rob Markman in your head, boy.
You know what I'm saying? We are not Yankees fans in Los Angeles, so when you see the New York Yankees hat, that's not what it's for.
Can I ask the sensitive related question there? So if I'm affiliated with a certain membership that requires another color, it doesn't matter. I'm still wearing that Dodger blue. How does that work?
There's other colors that are Dodgers.
Okay.
You wear white instead?
I wear black everything. Today is a
special occasion.
This week has been a celebratory week, so I'm in color. You know what I'm saying?
Did you play Euphoria?
Normally I'm in CHROMAKOPIA.
Hey.
But you said what? Did I play Euphoria?
Yeah.
No, I haven't played it today. Not Like Us has been the theme of the series, so I'm more of in a Not Like Us type mood at the moment.
Let's introduce ourselves. My name is Elliott.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Jerry X.
I'm DJ Head, West Coast.
The big shot! The big shot!
We are back.
We outside.
Can I tell you about watching the World Series from my perspective and how conflicted
Go
it
ahead,
was?
Keith.
Are you okay?
It was a tough night for me because one of my I'm old. This is how old I am. I was born in 1971. So one of my first memories of life itself is being a little boy with my dad watching the 1977 World Series, Yankees Dodgers, Yankee Stadium. Reggie Jackson hits 3 home runs, 3 pitches. That's my idol growing up. They win the championship. So I'm Yankees to my core. Reggie Jackson's the man. He looks like my daddy and shit. It's incredible. We beat these Dodgers. We beat Tommy Lasorda. And the thing is, he respected the Dodgers because he knew they had a great team. They had great players, just like the Yankees had great players, like Steve Garvey's and the Ron Says and the Dusty Bakers. And so it was a real rivalry. Then the next year, 1978, we kicked their ass again. Dodgers go down. You know what I mean? And then what happens in my world is that Reggie Jackson eventually falls out with the Yankees. Steinbrenner gets rid of him. They ship him out. I'm heartbroken. So I defect and go back to my hometown, which is Queens, and I become a Mets fan in the 80s. So I have lineage with the Yankees, but I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm still mad about them getting rid of my idol back in the day. And now I live in the West Coast where I respect the pride that y'all have. Like Head said, this city and this coast is really around the Dodgers, man. You see everybody from old ladies rocking Dodger gear to, you're talking about white, Mexican, black, brown, all over the place. Asian, the whole community. So you have to respect the city was turned up. So I'm at home West Coast Wilson conflicted. Like, am I rooting for the Dodgers? Am I rooting for the Yankees? I don't know who to root for. And then that horrible inning where my man, the pitcher didn't cover first base. Like I played Little League Baseball. It's very simple.
Like, I know.
You hit the fucking ball to first base, we get a picture, motherfucker run to first base and cover the base. He's pointing at him like, you got it. Like, I'm like, what's going on? So I'm yelling at the TV and shit. I'm like, why am I so invested? But, you know, I think it was very clear the Dodgers were the better team. They should be congratulated. They won fair and square, so.
Let me ask you a question, and then we can get to the.
Congratulations.
Thank you, West Coast. We out here. Let me ask you a question, and we can talk about Tyler, the Creator.
You excited to talk about Tyler?
I am actually.
Okay, let's do it. Let
me ask you a question.
He's the champion of California also.
Let me ask you a question first. So.
I would have covered first base if that's your question.
No.
And you know what? Mookie might have still been safe. I think Mookie still would have been safe. But you gotta fucking run that shit out, man. You can't be fucking pointing and shit. Mookie probably would have still been safe, but you gotta play that shit out.
You know what I met Mookie?
I think
You know Mookie? Yes, you met.
I met him at an event. I stepped on his shoe. Well, I almost stepped on his shoe.
That'll get you messed up.
Gina Hughes actually stopped me from stepping on his shoes.
Shout out to Gina Hughes. She's a regulator.
So my question would be,
yes.
I think you just need to ask the question right away because
How good was I in Little League? I was exceptional.
If you so the Dodgers, you said, were the better team.
It was clear they were the better team.
Okay.
So they gave us the gentleman's sweep. They didn't embarrass us and beat us 4 games.
So the Dodgers were the better team
Yep.
in the World Series over New York.
I see where you're going.
Your compadre, his name is Sean Carter, Jay-Z. He relocated to where?
Are you going to Snoop Dogg J again?
No, I'm just asking. Where did he relocate to?
All the great ones from New York eventually go to California.
Okay. So would you say that
New York Giants eventually lay their head in the city of Los Angeles?
Right. So would you say that the West is probably better?
The West is up, as you can see by the cheering hip hop.
The word I use is better. Would you say that the West is better than where it is that you originate from, you and all the other greats?
I'm saying the West is up. It's an incredible moment. I'm proud to be a part of. I feel a kinship to the city right now. They're being embraced and loved. But you know, you have to respect people's roots. I feel like, you know,
I do.
Somebody said, hey, one of my fans, they be like, let's not lose focus on.
Yeah, they said that you're betraying the East Coast.
I've been accused of that. And they'll say, look at the Yankees World Championship. Like, Yankee World Championships is still a hell of a lot more World Championships than the Dodgers are in the franchise. So Yankees are still the standard of baseball. But again, no, the West is up right now, and I love the West, and you know, but I gotta still have my New York pride in it. I'm still in New York.
Would you say that the West is
New York is a nationality to me. I'm still in New York in my core, but I appreciate the West Coast embracing me. I appreciate living out here. I appreciate the excitement in hip hop generated by the West Coast this year. I feel like we're on the winning side and the winning team.
Jeremy Harris, you're from
Winnipeg.
Don't need to start.
And where's that at?
It's right in the middle of North America.
But where is it located according to the map? Is it close to the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific?
East side, west side.
It's the north.
Is it close to the Atlantic Ocean or the Pacific Ocean?
I'm pretty sure it's right in the middle of both, but I have to look it up.
You don't want to claim the east side? Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
How do you not know where the fuck you from?
Well,
My friend Jared, where the fuck is he from?
Geographical center of Canada.
It's the center, yeah.
It's not east and west?
No, it's right in the middle.
Right in the
That's
middle.
why he's right in the middle. You
That's
see how it works out?
Yeah, this is
Works out perfect, man.
Welcome, King.
I'm not going to take full credit for LA's sports run because that would be egotistical. But when I did move here, we got the Chargers back.
What do you mean we?
LA.
I just want to let you know.
Rams.
I just want to let you know, Jeremy.
We got
Once you go down this road,
They're gonna claim that I'm a traitor.
no, keep going, King.
Okay, LA got the Chargers, the Rams, LeBron, a Rams Super Bowl. We got LA got a Dodgers win. When Canada moved out here,
Your good luck charms, what you say.
I'm sorry.
Do you know who George Washington Carver is?
Peanut, motherfucker, peanut.
You know who that is?
like George Washington.
George Washington Carver.
Carver.
This
Yeah,
is Black history. Black history.
No, I'm
Okay.
gonna look it up.
Leah, Google George Washington Carver. This is what I want you to pull up and say, and I want you to tell me what he invented.
This show is very educational.
Alright. He was an American agricultural scientist and inventor who
Peanut.
promoted alternative crops to cotton and methods to prevent soil depletion. He was one of the most prominent black scientists of the early,
Yeah.
Black scientists.
And do you know who took credit for that though?
the white man.
Exactly.
What are you shaking over?
All right, so I guess we're having.
That's how the deals were done back in the day. 1700s, 1800s.
We're having an early accountability hour. I did not win any championships for Los Angeles, nor did I win any teams
Bring it
to
back.
Los Angeles.
That's the message now.
There we go.
That's the message.
Shout out to George Washington Carver, one of the
It's a
greatest.
peanut though, right?
Every time niggas do something, the white man come in and be like, yeah, this, I take credit for that.
It is true that almost all great black
Can't
inventions
claim
were
any
claimed.
pictures.
You know what I'm saying?
Tommy Lasorda can claim some white man. Other than that.
Hey, I warned him. I said, hey, then you know where I'm going, where you gonna go 2 different destinations, champ.
So what does it mean for the city to have this champion? What was it like?
Well, so here's the thing, right? Shout out to the Houston Astros. They're cheaters, right?
Sidebar.
Yeah.
When they hitting like cans and shit, if it's gonna be a
Bro.
fastball, it was like bang twice on the.
Bro, listen, they're cheaters, so we're not gonna go there. I just had to point that out. But the Dodgers is like a religion in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I respect it.
And also I also want to pay homage to, and people say, oh, you always betraying black people, but I want to pay homage to our Latin, family, because they like, the Dodgers is really a thing here.
Oh yeah, they are.
Los Dodgers, you know what I'm saying? It's really a thing here. And being from Los Angeles, you learn that really fast growing up. Like, everything stops.
Generational.
Especially when Dodgers get into the playoffs, and it's like, it's up. Like, it's up for real. You know what I mean? And Dodger Stadium is a staple. Tyler obviously has Camp Faulkner every year at Dodger Stadium because it's a landmark, it's a staple. The first Fast and Furious movie, like, we can go on and on as far as being a staple. When you root something in Los Angeles culture, especially if you're building a cultural movie or film or any kind of production, you have to go Dodgers, Dodger hat, LA, something. Even the symbol that people recognize as LA is a Dodgers logo. This when people see this on your hat, this is a Dodgers logo. This is not like a generic LA thing. You hear me? Heck, that's a Dodgers logo. That's not like a generic thing. So I just want to point out that it means everything to the city, and more importantly to the people who are natively from here. Because you get a lot of people who are transplants, y'all move here, cool. And you might be, I don't even know what the fuck the team is in Winnipeg.
We don't have a team, but we have the Toronto Blue Jays.
You don't have a team?
No, we have a hockey team.
So y'all not lit.
No, we're not. I love the people there, but no, we're not lit as a city.
Okay. Do y'all have your own
Joe Carter?
Back to back.
Joe Carter back in the day.
Do you have like a cricket team or some shit like that?
No, we have an NHL team, a hockey team now.
Oh yeah. Hockey.
They play against the Kings.
Yeah. Anyway, it means a lot.
But the Dodgers won the championship a couple years back, but it was during the whole pandemic, so
And we
you
didn't get our parade.
You guys didn't get the full
We
credit.
didn't get our Lakers parade. Y'all don't count our bubble championship. I was gonna say something inflammatory. I was gonna go Elliott Wilson crash out. You know what I'm saying?
Respect my bubble championship.
Respect our bubble
You don't want
championship.
to pop your bubble.
It was there. He had
That
it.
was
It was up.
It wasn't awful.
It was up. It was
Yeah,
up.
it's alley-oop.
Respect our bubble championship. We didn't get our Lakers parade. We didn't get our Dodgers parade. We getting our shit.
Not like us was all of
But
that.
I think they can win again too. The team is really good, and the Asian brother didn't even play well in the World Series. But that's how strong the team is. Like, and I really like their manager, Dave Roberts. I remember when he was a player. I think he's like a great manager.
You know what I just found out too about? Shout out to all of the homies in Little League. I wish my mom would have kept me in Little League.
Oh, so you played Little League too?
I was in Little League. I didn't know that MLB contracts are guaranteed, whether you play or not, whether you hurt or not. They're not like football contracts.
Oh yeah, the only guarantee.
Or NBA contracts.
Yes.
If you get $100 million, you get $100 million whether you injured or not.
These women, you need to raise your boys to be baseball players because it's guaranteed contracts.
Way less
And there's no salary cap.
Yep.
Like, they just dump niggas out.
That's what they say in the meeting.
Bro, it's like
That's crazy.
There are 3 people who play on the Dodgers who could literally take care of us for the rest of our lives and our families and everything and not even miss the money.
It's crazy though. Once again, the NBA The NFL, only the MLB, baseball, is a guaranteed contract. Injury does not matter. You get paid out. That's insane. You gotta love it.
Yeah.
Baseball. That was supposed to be my career goal was to be a professional baseball player.
That's interesting.
That was my first career goal.
When did the dream die?
When I realized I wasn't good enough, Jeremy.
But when did it happen? Like, was it mid-game? You're like,
High school level.
Okay.
Like I was good, but not great. And you got to be great to even get in the big stage. Like I was above average. I hustled this shit, but I wasn't like I didn't have that like.
Did you have your warm-up
Next
song
year.
already picked up? Picked out your warm-up song for the MLB? Did you envision it?
I have a random question. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I could probably Run DMC Uncle J back in that.
Yeah, that too.
Do y'all when you grew up in New York, right?
Yes.
Do y'all go outside and play?
I used to. That was the last generation, baby. Around your hood, like in project, your little area. I remember one time getting a concussion. You want to hear my concussion story? So I grew up also a big Pittsburgh Steelers fan. So it was excitement, like Monday Night Football was going to go down. They were going to play the Oilers, like Earl Campbell and shit. So I remember we played football like in this park outside my projects, like in the hood where we lived. And like I got hit, I fell down, banged my head and shit. My mom's like, "Oh, go lay down. You'll be all right, lay down. I lay down and slept all the way through that. I missed Monday Night Football. I woke up Tuesday morning. I probably had a goddamn concussion and shit, but yeah, we used to play outside. We used to run around, play tag. We're the last generation of that. What's that shit? Skelly? Back in the day, you know about Skelly?
No.
It's like what was that game that Kenny was doing? Was jumping around in the video. Like it's one of those where you like boxes of numbers. Like it's like a version of hopscotch, almost with like a dart, like a pool. Like you have to hit certain numbers. So you put something inside this like bottle cap and you like slide it.
Yeah, these
Somebody will know in the comments.
Nobody won't.
Skelly.
You don't think over under is one.
Niggas got
wiffle ball. We take the wiffle ball back. Wiffle ball with the wiffle ball.
Reminds me of Hey Arnold. I don't know. Somebody out there.
You play wiffle ball.
No idea. I was just wondering.
We didn't have no phones and shit, so you got lost.
One of my homegirls is from Brooklyn, and I FaceTimed her one day, and I went outside and I showed her grass, and I was like, "Hey, look, you know what this is?"
Can you breathe?
Did you guys celebrate Halloween growing up?
I hate Halloween.
Why do you hate it?
Today is actually
It's Halloween right now when we're taking
It's so stupid.
Why?
Because I don't want to be nobody but me.
I have a present for you.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, it's not a present, it's a costume. At least we have
Halloween gifts. It's actually Halloween today.
Oh,
10/31 when we're taping this.
So I'll let you open it. But you had talked about bringing white sheets, and we were talking about. So I just wanted to return the favor and get you something that I thought you might. No, it's not broccoli. I just thought you might like this.
You know I like it?
Yeah.
I just want, before I open this, like, I already owe you.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
No. This is even. This is even. I was gonna play fair. This is the man who said, "I'm gonna bring a white sheet for Jeremy
To
on
be a
Halloween."
ghost.
You weren't wanting me to be a ghost. you directed Stay on Stream to somebody. You didn't want me to be a ghost. You wanted me to be a KKK member. Okay. So I got you a little gift.
Is this a New York starter kit?
Even better, actually. But if you want, you don't have to wear the hat. I assumed you wouldn't.
This is so, again, I opened the show.
So I assumed you wouldn't wear the costume.
Oh, no.
So we did a mock-up. CT did a mock-up of what you would have looked like, and he's on your
Say
favorite.
academics. God damn it.
He's on your favorite platform too.
Hennessy too.
So it's a double. You get to create academics on live TV.
Hey. Check this out. Look at this shit.
Oh, no, this is good.
That we couldn't get the exact facial hair.
This is not,
Yeah, that was.
that ain't it.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's all we had.
This is like Dub C or Mac 10 or something.
That's really all we had. The chain is.
Oh,
is
that's from
accurate,
Gazy
right?
on Daisy.
This can turn my neck green.
That's a Canal Street special back in the day in New York City.
Yeah.
I would have had it if you don't want the hat. I would have had it.
Well, see, do you remember how I opened the show?
I'd go with
I can't wear this.
Yeah. Now you.
I said, I'll wear it, I'll
It
wear it,
didn't.
I'll wear it.
You can't wear this.
I'm not.
My head might be too small.
No, let Jeremy Heck wear it.
I can't wear that. He's got his double
But also, so wait, how would you rate
You
the
appreciate your
costume?
gift? You received your gift?
So who am I supposed to be?
You are DJ Academics on Vlad TV.
So what is it?
I mean, she must tell us everything.
I can't.
Okay, yeah.
Do I sell chopped cheeses in New York? What the fuck? What?
But I know CT made one for Elliott as well.
I'm keeping this hoodie though.
Yeah, keep it.
Nice and warm.
Oh, but the Hennessy. You know what's crazy about this?
What?
Is I don't drink alcohol. So I am gonna send this to.
Oh God, that was scary.
This is
Elliott
Elliott
Copia.
Copia.
I like it.
I want to donate. I want to send this to. You guys said that I remember. So you not only did you tell me that I was quote unquote beefing with something,
Yeah.
right? But Gina Views told me that I was beefing with something.
Okay.
And we were on the radio, and she said, "No, you're beefing with someone." I'm like, "I'm not beefing with anyone." And so what I want to do is, I remember when Back to Back came out.
Yeah.
I remember
Charlamagne guy.
Drake sent bottles to Charlamagne.
Charlamagne.
Yeah.
So I want to send this to DJ Academics.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
It's an olive branch of sorts.
No, this would be, well, it's not olive. Olive is natural. This is a completely concocted
Yeah.
thing.
I
It's not,
do have his address, King.
so yeah, I want to. So we're gonna send it. I'm gonna send this to him.
I'll send it to him.
Yeah, we'll send this.
Yeah.
To, we're gonna send this to
With a
him.
note.
And hope and tell him, I'm gonna send him this. I want to send him a T-shirt.
A Stay on String T-shirt.
Send him a T-shirt in this. That's
How do you think he'll receive that?
What you mean? He drinks it.
So it's better in his hands than yours.
Yeah, this is gonna do nothing for me.
Yeah.
But I think the chat and everyone that fucks with him would appreciate him having this.
I think this is a really great way to turn this moment into a moment of peace and lessons.
I told you I want nothing but peace and joy and streaming for everyone. So we're gonna send this to the
Big ad.
to the number
Yeah,
one.
the Hitty bottle.
Yeah, we'll give it
Send this to number one for him.
To the Elliott proclaimed number one.
Yep.
So did Dice Halloween? Where you at?
I don't know. I mean, I was.
You
I
really
was.
love?
I did I don't
You
know
are
if
the
they
ghost?
did anything to. Did you? Yeah. Look. They
got a white man. She got a white man takes
I would
control.
love to
The
do that.
white man takes
I
control.
thought I was gonna have a sheet.
What do we look like? Characters to you? That's what we
Yeah, it's not me.
So the rules don't apply to the white man.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to shout
Society
out George Washington
rules.
Carver.
Nah, fuck
just-
that.
no, I
You don't
just
even
wanna
fuck
give
with
him-
peanuts.
I like peanuts. Okay, peanut
You
butter.
never said
You didn't even know who George Washington Carver was. You thought I was talking about a white man.
I did. Well, I actually, yeah, I did. I guess at first.
You know what I'm saying?
But this is a lesson learning.
Come south of the border to get culture.
Wait, there really is no Halloween costume for heck?
I was assuming I was gonna get a white sheet today.
Why?
No,
Because you said it.
He said he was pulled out of the Halloween celebration.
Yeah, but it's only because he wanted to wear the Seattle string shirt last week, and then this.
That's not why.
You really thought he was gonna come here with a white sheet?
Yes.
You thought he was gonna come here with a white sheet
I don't.
and throw it over your head?
I assumed he was gonna throw it over my head. I assumed he was gonna hand it to me, and I didn't assume he was gonna
Put
wear
it
it.
around your neck.
That's
There we go.
That is not even.
That was
That is not even.
At least can't save you. A black woman can't save you this time, buddy. Oh my God.
No, you following through.
Now you following through, man.
I brought you guys Canadian chocolates.
I don't want
too.
none of that shit.
It's great. It's Canadian,
Canadian chocolate?
Yeah, it's only available in Canada. You don't have to eat it right now, but
How many calories in this? Did you read
They
the
call it a
ingredients?
nice
Did you
light
read the
snack.
ingredients on this?
I can't on chocolate. It's like I gotta know what I'm.
Are you trying to make DJ Hackett compromise? You know this is fetish.
No.
Sweet tooth.
You know what it is?
What?
You see how he gave it to us? He didn't.
I have one right here.
Hold on.
I
He
said
gave it
you-
to us because
It's like the black man angry. Get
Don't
some
do this.
candy.
No. I know you
Those
did.
black guys are mad.
What?
Get some candy.
You're gonna call me like the corporations that are feeding black men high cholesterol to ruin.
this
the
is not
cause.
cholesterol. This is called the
I-
sugars in the South.
Sugars. I am not doing that.
You
I
are.
am gifting you what I thought would be a nice gift
After you did us wrong.
after I did you dirty. It was like
That's what the white man does. He was dirty.
Whoa.
And then he
you
tried to
know-
give us treats.
hold on. I need y'all to zoom in on this
Oh, no.
because this is how you know Jeremy Heck is compromised.
Coffee crisp.
Okay.
okay.
What is the name of this?
Coffee crisp.
All right.
Choose
So
a
I
paradise
want
zero.
y'all.
Okay.
Hold on. No. Shut the fuck up. See? Jeremy had to
And
compromise.
then we'll get the Tyler's music. We'll say
And then we'll get.
this is a music podcast.
Hey, we're gonna zoom in on this. If y'all's listening on audio, go look at this shit.
Okay, right.
It's called a coffee crisp, and he says Canadian chocolate, right? And this is how you know Jeremy Heckler's compromise is because Elliott Wilson. This is what I want you to do as a journalist. I want you to pick up the rapper you just had, and I want you to look at the top of the rapper. In the front. Go to the front. Go to the front.
So it makes it nice.
Go to the front of the rapper and look at the top and what's crossed out at the top.
Made in a peanut-free facility. George Washington Carver would be ashamed.
He would be ashamed of you. He don't even say it up on that one.
Peanut-free?
But right here, it says,
How does this happen? We don't plan any of this.
made in a peanut-free environment. Jeremy Hecht
Went out of your way to not support
went
it.
out of your way to not fuck with niggas. That's crazy.
You know what?
Peanut-free facility.
I think next week I want to come with a list of.
I want Jeremy to be
Hey, look at Jerry. You're like, oh shit.
Now I'm coming with a list of black people that deserve credit for their inventions. I think that's my next. This is my
All
homework.
black people deserve it.
All black people deserve credit for their inventions. I'm saying the ones that weren't credited.
So only certain niggas can have credit. Got it.
Let's give Tyler credit.
See, hey, I told you.
That was good.
You
got me.
gotta apologize. Don't have to apologize to accountability hours.
Oh yeah. So
I
Elliott,
gotta start kissing his ass.
you were going. Well, pause. You were
You
going.
might like that actually.
You were going crazy on time. Yeah, that was a crazy way to start.
I kissed Tyler on his cheek.
Yo, I gotta go.
What do you
What
mean?
was it public? I kissed him on his cheek.
Hey.
I hugged him.
But like, is that
I got
really,
shit to
like,
do. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean, hey,
I would kiss a lot of male rappers on this.
hey, bro.
Tyler.
What's your list?
You know, I said average. Yo, I really did not think my Tyler album review was going to begin, but I can see that on his
Hey, bro, you will be all over.
I think it was in the rap radar.
You can be all over Reddit.
Last time I interviewed Tyler
Kiss
The
every
Creator,
male rapper. I just some of them.
Only the ones that I think would like it.
Yeah, that's the ones that think I would like kissing. I kiss them. What the fuck is going on? What?
male rappers I've kissed on the cheek. I think Tyler might be.
I will say,
How many? Is the list extensive?
That's just Tyler. It's Tyler.
That's why I said it's
Tyler.
more
What
disrespectful.
about, okay, have you ever kissed any other male rappers anywhere else?
Why do you think
I've
so?
been listening for a long time, man. I don't
What does that mean?
This episode is crazy. I will say,
What the fuck is going on?
I think Tyler actually did wonders to help homophobia within hip hop because he has lyrics in his songs from Flower Boy to now, and people.
I'm gonna tell you the truth about Tyler.
Boy, oh boy.
Tyler likes girls more than he likes guys. I will tell you that.
How do you know?
Because Tyler was, again, going back to this interview, last great interview he did with us for Rap Radar. We was at one of the shows before. He was talking about like how bad these models were and how he went backstage trying to get the bag these models and was mentioning girls. I was like, wait, aren't you supposed to be like, what's going on with you? Like, I never know his side of the thing. Like, I think that, he enjoys playing off the bisexual thing. But I think that, he talks about settling down with a family, having kids.
Yeah.
I think ultimately he will find a partner in a woman and go about
He
those
said,
things.
he said it's gonna be a black woman if he shoots up the club.
There you go.
He said that on the album.
But I was very critical,
Yes, do you want to apologize? Accountability hour.
Accountability hour. I was very critical over the snippets. I didn't enjoy the snippets. So I was very cautious. I went from cautiously optimistic to downright cautious. I was really afraid of this album. Put it on.
You went to the listening party.
Oh, look at that. Accountability. Okay, this is what happened. So here's how you know I was shook though. I was shook to reach out to Chris Clancy to try to get an invite. So I went on the thing, Vivid Seats or some shit. I bought a ticket myself, man. I bought my own ticket. Way more than $5 it cost. I went to the listing. Yeah, it's another great Tyler album. I mean, it's funny, the songs of the album I don't like, I still don't like those the least. I don't like Noid. I Thought It Was Dead.
I thought it fit in really well with the album.
They fit into the scheme of the album, but they're still my least favorite songs. What I love in the album is the fact that he used his mother as the muse, the arrangement of it. The whole second half of the album is damn near flawless to me, from Sticky on to the end. Besides, when he gets to what's that? I don't think so. But outside of that, the whole second half of the album is pretty flawless to me. It's another great Tyler album, man. I think that, you know, it starts to make sense about the mask and his unmasking his truth. And, you know, a lot of artists say, well, I'm going to give you all my honesty and get so deep in my personality. It's like, but you realize as an artist, there's so many more layers you can go to, right? Like, it's not like this guy hasn't been telling us his story for a long time, but somehow he found a way to dig deeper. And the character just kind of became on this album himself in a way, with the mask and unveiling the mask. And I think he said it in the Atlanta listing that he had to like put a mask on to really kind of have the courage to kind of go there with it. But yeah, just the arrangement with the mother being the muse of the album, I think was brilliant. And again, yeah, I just think that I don't know if it's on a level yet to me of an Igor or Call Me If You Get Lost, but I like it better than Flower Boy. I think some hardcore fans will still put Flower Boy above it, but it's still in that upper tier of like this incredible album run that he's on. It's hard not to be satisfied with the record. There's so much creativity and genius into what he does. Like every song is like every 15, 20 seconds, he's making a musical decision with his content, which makes him one of the elite. So yes, he needs to be in a superstar conversation, a top rappers conversation, and hopefully this is the beginning of him being viewed that way.
I said last week that anyone who is slandering Tyler the Creator needs to shut the fuck up.
You're doubling down.
You can keep your mouth shut. Okay, you can sit back down. You can log off your
You were
computer.
pissed off though. I can tell.
I was angry and I was upset that it was happening right before he dropped his album. Okay, I think Tyler proved with this album. Not only is he a superstar, there are very few people in his league. I don't think there's very many people who can compete with him musically, who can compete with him in the sales bracket, or who could make a better album than Tyler the Creator. I had no skips. And
Ooh,
I also want to say, it was the first album this year that I wanted to immediately run back. There's great albums that I love. I had, Schoolboy Q's album, Rhapsody's album, Doechie's album. There's a lot of albums that I really, really enjoyed, but I felt like it was a 5-course meal. I felt full.
You ran it back.
This Tyler album was a buffet. I was like, let me get some more. I want some more bacon, some more eggs. Like, let me get some toast. I wanted to hear the whole thing again, and I ran it back probably 4 or 5 times in a row, and I just kept hearing new sonic things, new lyrics. I thought this is one of the best projects from Tyler ever, and it's my favorite album of the year so far.
I was very pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't have no skips.
Woo! I have skips.
I didn't have no.
You had skips going in though. That was.
I didn't.
So, I don't know if they're not skips though. They're not skips. They're
So-
just I don't like it.
So I do want to say this, like, and I've already covered, the whole thing about how LA hasn't. I've seen that circulating a lot. People talking shit about LA and not embracing Tyler. I've already done that. I actually apologized to Tyler.
Yeah, people forget that. So Rory had said that, and everybody got on his head. But really, you already said that is true. LA, you feel they didn't embrace
That
him.
is absolutely true.
No.
They didn't. We did not embrace him. They didn't do it. We've already talked about it. You can go, watch that episode when we talked about it. But this album is not. It's not a quote unquote LA album. It's a Tyler album.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think, like Jeremy said, this dude is in a league of his own. The album to me was exceptional. Rich, sustenance, lyrics, bars, delivery, theme, production was fire. It had like 2 slaps on it.
Yeah.
What are the slaps?
Of course, you know what it is.
Sticky.
Sticky is the slap. Like, that's the one I'm gonna play on the radio.
Yeah.
That's what I'm playing on the radio.
Featuring Glorilla, Sexy Red,
Glorilla, Sexy
Lil
Red.
Wayne.
And Lil Wayne. There was another one on there. I can't remember the name of it.
Was it the
What about the
Schoolboy Q?
balloon? Doechie goes crazy in that.
Doechie went.
Yeah.
So look.
Okay, go ahead.
So
They say interrupt everybody. I'm sorry.
so the thing is, I still don't. I understand the unmasking, him being vulnerable. I understand all of that. The only thing that I wish that he would have added to this project, which would probably have made it a classic, is maybe a little more. I don't want to say slaps, but all he needs is a little more, cause he's like, he produces most of the stuff. Like I look at credits, and so I'm a production fan too. So he has his hand on production stuff, but I think a little more like collaboration when it comes to other people like that they go to for production. I mean, he's a genius. Like as far
We
as
said I think this is the first album that Pharrell wasn't on production wise in a long time.
I think that this, like, okay, I give you two. I say it like this: if Tyler were to have a classic album, it would be this.
So which is your favorite Tyler album so far?
Well, not even close.
Wow.
It's not even
But
close.
you might call me if you get lost, right?
Not like this. Call me. I remember I said on the
Why
show.
do you think it's that case that this isn't as hip hop driven traditional rap?
Remember I said on the show that Call Me If You Get Lost was my choice because of the nostalgia it brought, because of the DJ drama shit, because of the Gangsta Grills, theme and stuff like that. This theme to me with his mom was fire because I could relate to it. Not only could I relate to it, I think everybody could relate to it. His mom is talking shit. She's being transparent with him. She's being vulnerably honest. He's being vulnerably honest about shit, and he does it in his way. So I think the balance, though, I don't think that this album's going to be received well to mainstream America. Like if you take a random white person in Winnipeg and play this album for him.
Jared, you liked it.
We have one announced today.
That's Jeremy X friend, and they're both compromised. And they don't fuck with peanuts. So, but I think if you take just like, so going back to my background, we look at it like from a standpoint, if you take a 24-year-old Latina female in Orange County, California, you play this record for her, what is she going to resonate with? How's she going to resonate? So I think that's the only, not saying
one more traditional slap more so.
I would say slap, but a record that is kind of like bring everybody in.
You're talking about like a universal hit, like to the point where
I
like,
think
Kendrick
that,
like see you look at anything.
Kendrick
Yeah,
Alright?
our boy.
correct, because they're never going to give Tyler his proper ado. In the Grammys, yes, he's going to win the Grammy, he's going to get nominated, he's going to do all those things. Not that he wants mainstream.
Yeah,
I want that for him.
Got it.
I want him to be, because if you think about it, going back to the Big Sean conversation, the reason why people aren't in these conversations is because they're not top of mind when it comes to these types of accolades and stuff like that. Same conversation I had with Hit Boy about him, like Mustard. Mustard's in all those conversations when you talk about the greatest ever, whatever, when it comes to making big records, hit records, whatever the case may be. And Hit Boy is always slighted every time. It's because of that. It's like, just give me one where it may not be compromising the art or compromising yourself, but give me one where everybody can participate. That way they won't be able to take away your legacy.
It's like Hit Boy's if he had his tag on Paris, on people in Paris.
I don't even think it's about a tag. I think it's about intention.
Well, so you said the sticky thing you think is a slap, but obviously that's a whole posse group with big personalities and weight. You don't think that Balloon with Doshi, that couldn't be that type of record?
Yes.
Ratata, maybe.
Because it's him
Not
establishing it, and Doshi is a great guest feature, and then back to him, and it's got the Luke shit in it, and Don't Stop.
I love that song. I think it's Doshi. First of all, Doshi ate it.
I was gonna say, I'm not the biggest fan of Doshi's overall project. I don't love the Alligator Vice project as much as y'all like it, and everybody else seems to like it. There's a core of that album that I do like a lot, and I obviously see her potential. But to me, that's the best moment of her career so far. Like that's a Nicki Minaj monster type moment to me. Like,
correct.
She's the best on that record, like
correct.
the best showcase of her potential, what she could be. So to me, that record could be good for her and him. Like I feel like that record like has a chance to be.
I just think that this album is by far his best project.
Damn, can't believe it was so unanimously. The bass shows out the books. All praise to Tyler, man. 5 mics across the board.
I just want him to get the due that he's owed, because he has talked about that before. Like, he has said stuff like, I'm not saying he feels a way. I don't know. I never talked to him, but he has said like, I'm not in these conversations. I'm not in this. I'm not in that. And it's like, bro, it's certain reasons. You know what I mean? And maybe he understands that and don't give a fuck or chooses to do it his own way. Cool, but there's still the same thing I was talking about with Tommy Richmond. There's still a structure to this shit and how it's consumed on a mainstream mass level.
One thing less. So besides Sticky, what would be the other record you would send to radio for this?
I mean, let me see the track list.
I think think Ratata is like the DSP focus record.
Or Thought I Was Dead with Schoolboy Q.
Second song.
That's necessarily it.
Because that's kind of just a turn up.
I will have to play them again, but I think Sticky is going to be a song that everybody plays. And from a DJ perspective, and I think from a radio perspective, they're all going to play Sticky.
It was interesting that Atlanta listening, he said he was inspired by that period of Atlanta rap, 05, 06, 07, and he started connecting to the marching band element of it too. And that song, I guess, best epitomizes it.
It was cool. He also did 4 bars for each. I wonder if there were 16s.
Of
in
course.
each. It's like, because I am glad though that he didn't come in after that. Like he did do a good verse, but he didn't come in and try to do like 52 bars after giving everyone 4.
You know he had Sexy Red rapping the ass off and just took like a little bit.
Snippet. But I did think it was interesting to your point of him wanting the acclaim. On Take Your Mask Off, I have a theory that he was actually speaking from the perspective of after Cherry Bomb about himself, because he has the lyrics about wanting his stage performance to be known. He said his beats weren't being placed. He basically is talking about him not being the successful rapper that he once thought he was.
The last
gonna
verse
be.
of the
The
song,
last
right?
verse, yeah. It almost, I know some people were saying it was a shot at Drake at first. At first it was really, I had to run it back. I didn't really know. I was like, is he talking about somebody else? But he was taking his own mask off, and I think at that point it was pre-Flower Boy, and Flower Boy was the album where he made a hit. He had See You Again. That was a radio hit that I'm sure you were even playing at that time, and he was very happy about that moment. He started having those conversations where he was taking his stage presence really seriously. He had the festival going even crazier. People were looking at Tyler as a performer, and I think he was really trying to rap again, really like focusing on crafting songs, crafting rap. So I think that song was the big moment of clarity on the album, where he really was at a point in his career where he didn't know where he was going to take it, and since then I don't think he's looked back. Flower Boy, Igor, Call Me If You Get Lost, CHROMAKOPIA.
He was talking to himself like the way Kendrick was talking to Drake. Like
yeah. Honestly, it was like
it was
whoa.
harsh.
Yeah.
It was harsh.
Yeah.
He was giving himself a stern talking to himself.
No, he was. But yeah, I mean, there was so much to dissect here, and like you said, he mentioned that he was 100% honest, which I think, you know, he clearly talks about his fear of commitment, his fear of having children, his fear of starting a family. He had the line that was very similar to Kanye on 808s, where, you know, he's talking about all he has is his Ferrari and his friends have kids. And then I thought it was a really cool moment too. You mentioned like Where's Mother on Like Him, and it kind of flipped the script where Tyler's always talked about his father being absent, and he had the song Answer on Wolf, where he was talking about like, you know, I don't even really know if I want to talk to this guy. I don't know if I'll answer if I ever call, or if he calls me, I don't know if I'll answer. And then on Like Him, it kind of flips where the mom is kind of telling him, hey, like, he did want to be in your life.
I can't take that part again.
And
I know my daddy, and I couldn't take that part. I was like, oh,
yeah,
shit.
that was, so I'm sure, I don't know if that was a recent revelation or it's something he's heard, and maybe he understands it differently now, but that was kind of a crazy flip to me about Tyler's whole perspective shifting.
I agree. But you know, as a producer, what I love that he did that dramatic moment where the mother says the thing like him, and it could have went to the last song and kind of went.
Yeah.
So, but he goes back up with the balloon that has the Doshi moment, and then takes you back down. It just speaks to his ear and how genius he is with arrangement. There's actually a song called Mother that's on the vinyl has an exclusive song called Mother that the mom's on too. And on the song he says about the father, like that he holds no grudges or something like that. So I wonder, you know, because I remember this with Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z talked about a lot in songs his father leaving at a young age, and he did make amends with his father and got back and reconnected with his father. And in the last year, then he ended up having some sort of liver disorder. So the last years of his life, Jay took care of him, got him a place to live, the whole thing. I wonder, does Tyler now, you know, connect with his father?
Yeah.
You know, it seemed like the father wasn't in his life. This is something that he wants to pursue. Like, I think that's what's so great about the album is that here you have the guy that's at the top of everything he wanted musically and career-wise and achieving everything he thought he dreamed of achieving, and literally has the whole next year mapped out with tour dates and where he's going to be from like February to September. But I think he said another appearance that he doesn't know what his life is after that. Like he doesn't know what he wants to do or be after that. And it's just crazy to be, you know, him to be so self-aware that way. So yeah, it's a wonder that with the mother being such a muse there, is there room for him to try to embrace or try to build a relationship with his father, who's thing that's not been in his life the whole time, you know? It's heavy stuff, you know?
I think I can relate to it. I think that I think it's dope for him to even put this on the album. Because we didn't have to do this and people still love the album.
Yeah.
Like, without the interludes, the skits, his mom, even the way it ties all it's interwoven, the album's still good.
Yeah.
So I think it's dope for him to even include that stuff. I think also, and I know we're gonna talk about Meg too, but I think that's what's missing with a lot of albums, is that personal touch. And I think it's brilliant for him to incorporate it because people want that. Especially if you're their favorite artist, or especially if they're fans of yours and they want to connect to you on an intimate level, even through the slaps or even through, the art or whatever, following you on social media, they still want to know that you're human. And that's what I was speaking to, with the Drake thing before. It's like, you can't just be this generator of content no more. The connection is going to be fleeting. You're always going to be in competition of the next thing, the next moment, whatever the case may be. But when people have an intimate connection with you and they connect to your story on different levels, like we talk about him, either being bisexual or him talking about, the relationship with his pops, the relationship with his mother. My mom told me this, and that, right? Or even a relationship when he's talking about being a dad.
Yeah.
The shit when he almost became a dad. Like little nuggets like that make people, even subconsciously, even if you're not paying attention, subconsciously people are like, damn, he's human.
Yeah, and that's, I think, what allows people to expand into superstar status. There aren't that many superstars that their fans don't feel connected to them in some degree. And even the way he started the album off, I really love like the sentiment of the light is within you. I say that all the time of, I tattoo that we're made in God's image. God's
You
own
tattoo
image.
what?
God, in God's own image on there. So, but the
From Tyler?
No, it's not Tyler, from the Bible. But I'm saying like the sentiment that the light is within you is, source or God is within you, and
Don't dim your light.
Don't dim your light for anybody else. So it's like expressing himself. That's kind of the sentiment of the album, expressing himself fully to the fullest of his ability, taking his mask off, whatever that means. I'd be curious if this broke a boundary for him where next album is somehow going to be even more personal, or if he's maybe going to go more artistic, like, I gave you all of this version of myself, let me actually do something more melodic, or do something more personal, or I'm sorry, more artistic and less personal. But the sales, they're projecting
Big numbers.
250 to 300K with 4 days of streaming data missing. We were talking about last week, it would be a win if he even had 200 first week. Is this gonna shift people dropping music on a different day?
No.
On Monday, yeah, I like that the way it's set up.
You don't think so? You don't think other big
Can't
artists?
do it with the inferior albums?
Yes.
That's why?
Yes.
Because they don't have this good music?
No, they wouldn't risk to hold less weeks in the
It's
track
not a smart business decision.
unless they change the format overall.
Yes.
Yeah. So you have to have great music. You have to be a really high tier artist to do that.
No, you don't have to be a high tier artist. You can do whatever you want to do. You're not going to. And okay,
So
let me say,
Kendrick can do this and win. Kendrick can drop an album
Yes.
Monday morning and still win.
yes, but let's just say this: whoever is the business behind whatever the artist is not going to allow people to do this.
He just has earned that freedom.
Yes, but it's a yes and. It's not that he should. It's not just that he's earned the freedom. It's fucking Tyler. Like,
Well, EARTHGANG dropped on a Tuesday this week, which I want to talk about too, because their album is amazing. But
what that look like?
I haven't seen the projections. I gotta check.
But they're not judged by numbers, so it's a little bit more wiggle room. with
Neither
that.
is Tyler.
Yeah, but Tyler getting a #1 album still matters. Like when he was battling with Khaled, that was still a big deal.
So if Tyler came out and didn't have this big of a sale projection, right? You think it would be any less great or any less?
No, to him it might. I think he cares about the statement. Like he wants to like flex a little bit. Even that bar where he said, "I'm the biggest out of the city besides Ken," like he's basically saying like, "Put me in this conversation. I'm a star. Do not forget that I can do it."
How do you feel about that, King, when he said that
Which
statement?
is why I say what I said earlier. I know artists. Okay.
That I've been
Why are you
seeing.
irritated? What happened?
Because this is not
Jeremy,
about,
why are you irritated? What's going
because this is not about to be about Tyler. This is about to be about artists in general.
Okay.
So I mean, the kind
You don't like artists, do you?
the stimulus is Tyler because we're talking about it, right? But I love how the conversation is always, I don't care. Like, you do care. you care, bro. Like, it's okay to give it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
What your numbers
I
are.
don't care about the numbers, or I don't care about getting on the radio, or I don't care if DJs play my. You do care.
I don't care about
whether you wait 10 years, like my brother Absol did, to admit that you care, or whether you somebody just felt the way about the Grammys. Killer Mike, right? His whole career. Obviously, he's wanted those accolades and that acclaim and stuff like that, but he acted a damn fool when he got it, right? Because you care. It matters to certain people about certain things, right? Now, you don't want to be, obviously in a Ye position or a Drake position where you pissing on the Grammy or using it as an ashtray, doors, whatever the case may be, but it's okay to say, hey, I want that, right? So when artists talk to me specifically, I don't know how they deal with other people, but that's a narrative that I hear all the time. I don't care about it being on the radio. I just make my shit for my fans. Okay. But you just heard on 2 different instances this week, or this year, where Tyler has mentioned he cares about that, and then he just mentioned he's not mentioning those conversations because he cares.
Yeah, he does.
Right? So when you do care, it's okay to do the things to put you in those arenas. Right? Whether it's I'm not compromising. It's not. Is it compromising to obtain the thing that you want? Is that a compromising? No. It's just doing whatever it takes to get what you want. If what you want is mainstream appeal, then appeal to mainstream.
Sometimes you gotta let Nas down to do an arena. I'm just saying.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm just saying. Sometimes you gotta let Nas down to do an arena.
What are you talking about?
J. Cole made workout, but it got him in arenas, and you let Nas.
J. Cole is cat. When he be saying like he don't like workout, I don't like that. Fuck that. I'm not.
I like that record.
I'm not going there with that because that's cat. You care, right? And if you don't care, then you would be there. I'm not gonna say his name, but like I've said this before. There's only one artist who ever looked me in my face and told me that I don't care if I ever make money doing music. He's an artist from here, from California, and he looked me in my face and said, "Hey, bro, I don't care if I ever make money doing music. I just love music." I said, "Bet I respect the fuck out of that, and we don't have nothing to talk about."
Does he do well? Does he make money?
No. He does not do well. He does not make money.
Shocking.
And nobody really knows him to this day. And now, guess where he went to do the homies radio show because he cares. Don't wait fucking 10 years to admit that you give a fuck.
He does care.
You care, bro. It's cool. So what I'm saying is, if you do care, act like it. Like, do the things that if you know that if you make an album and it has no mainstream appeal. When I say mainstream, I'm not talking about radio. I'm talking about just masses.
Yeah.
Just massive amounts of people who don't have to be fans of yours to appreciate the art. If you make an album full of that shit, and they don't appreciate it, you can't be like, man, they don't appreciate me. Well, what did you do to contribute to that? You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So that's why I said there's only one thing missing from Tyler as an artist, and that this could be a classic. Depending on how the records perform, we just got the album. But depending on how the records perform, this could be his classic album that gets that acclaim that I believe he deserves.
Well, the numbers are backing that up.
No, yes, but I'm talking about there still has to be a standout record off the project.
I wouldn't. Would you have thought that Earthquake would have been as big as it became?
No.
But it was a massive hit. You saw the arena reaction at Ken and Friends, so I feel like he might have one of those that we don't even realize is going to be that because of the way his fans react to his music. And it could be mainstream stuff. I just think we need
like, what if the Tomorrow record comes on and the fans like, don't wait for me?
Okay.
Yeah. Darling, I
don't want to dive into this. We don't want to stay on Tyler, but I had a conversation. I got into 2 arguments. One with Ty Dolla $ign and one with Top Dog.
Okay.
Right? And it was about a specific artist not having any joints, right?
Yeah.
And it was a 3-hour conversation about.
These are separate conversations.
Separate conversations.
Gotcha.
And I was saying, me and Top were on the phone in the middle of the night, right?
You got Top on the phone.
He called me. So he calls me and we talking
Get
about
on the phone.
And he was like, how you figure they don't have no joints? I said, because what is the standout record for this artist? Now, if you go back to, I'm drawing a blank, the name of the song at the pop out, Tyler.
Oh,
Earthquake. If you go to Earthquake, right?
Yeah.
That was at a specific event. If you go to 23 arenas in the country,
billion streams. I disagree.
What?
Earthquake has 1 billion streams.
It's his biggest record, right?
No.
It's
I'm not
his
saying
biggest-
that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, do people readily identify that record as the record for you?
I think that and See You Again.
General population.
See You Again.
Not fans, just gen pop.
How Jim? Like, are you talking about like would my mom know that song?
Somebody just random that doesn't care about Tyler.
No, I don't think he's viewed as an albums artist, not a singles artist. I think that's a distinction.
So my point is, I want him to have both.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he doesn't have any records. I'm saying I want him to get all of everything that he deserves, not just some
It's
of it.
almost like what the Kendrick All Right record did for Kendrick, right? In a sense, right?
In
All
theory,
Right.
yes.
Yeah,
I mean,
All Right.
Humble is what did it for him, but All Right, yes.
Yeah.
Humble. Well, that felt like what Damn was, right? Like I can't speak to his intention. You actually might be able to, but it seemed like he was looking to do something where it blended the two. It blended Good Kid and it blended To Pimp a Butterfly, where there's messaging, there was theme, there was concept, but it was mainstream accessible. Like the record
So I could tell.
sounded.
I could talk about that. Right when I don't know if I can't go into detail, but right around the time when they were finalizing Damn, Top calls me and he was like, "Yo, so we ready to like do some shit? Like we ready to like do something? What do we need to do?" And I'm like, "You got to participate." Because before there was no DJ packs. These are like industry terms, but there's no like servicing records to record pools for DJs to participate in your music, right? Like right now, as we speak, I don't know. I think it's Tyler's under a label like Columbia,
Columbia is something.
and which is under Sony, right?
Yeah.
And so there is no. I still right now, as we speak, as we sit on stage, I have not been serviced a Tyler the Creator record. That's a problem. Now, what that means is
DJ Dog.
what
I
that,
like this.
What that means
I
is
should have the clean MP3s of my shit right now.
what that means is the label isn't sending out the clean version of the records for the industry to participate. And I'm not saying it from a fan's perspective. I'm saying it from it. So if I'm a DJ and I'm Big Boy, I'm in Warner, and I want to play this Tyler record, they haven't sent it
You
to
have
me.
to clean it yourself.
We have to clean it
Yeah,
ourselves.
yeah.
So what you've done is inconvenience me to support this artist.
Yeah.
Artists don't really know this process because they sign to labels. Independent artists learn this process through hardship. So,
And even though you won't be on rotation, if you get a clean version, pretty much any mix show DJ has the option to play those records.
correct. So what you're doing is, I'll be honest, there was a time when there was a City Girls record. A City Girls came out. Right when it came out, it was Act Up actually. I'll be honest, it was Act Up. When Act Up came out, I didn't play the record.
Came out.
I didn't play the record for like 2 weeks.
Because they had still, you were like almost waiting. Okay, you're gonna send it to me.
Because the people that were doing it, not everybody, but it's like one person in particular, I think, didn't give me a clean version. So you want me to go you want me to go illegally down, rip the song off of YouTube, right? Then you want me to go into Pro Tools and clean the record myself to support your artist. That's an inconvenience. And I'm not speaking from an elitist standpoint, but I actually fell out with artists over this. So what I'm saying is, from an industry standpoint, the infrastructure that is created around these things aren't being conducive to the success of the artist.
So going back to Dan,
Yeah.
you're saying Dan maybe the first time TD played into the system.
It was like, hey, you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. I went and sat with Dave, I went and sat with the homie Rep, and I kind of told them my game plan, and
Was the hard part? Because the hard part for, I remember interning at Power 106 when the hard part 4 came out right before Damn, and I remember they were like spinning that back like over and over, and it was a clean version that they had, and it felt like it was like premiering all over LA. I'm sure at the other radio station as well. So was that the first time that they really like packaged it that way?
no, there's been clean versions forever.
No, but I'm saying like where they really rolled it out like that, and then the way they did Humble, where it was really.
Nah, for me, you got to think these are also artists that were signed to major labels. Interscope does their job. I don't want to say Columbia don't do their job. It just I haven't seen it yet, right? The emails haven't come through. But when the label does their job, it happens immediately, and the ones that are serious about it, because as soon as the album comes out, it's called a servicing. So when you service a record, that means that, remember I talked about media base and how you get credit for the record being spun on the radio and stuff like that. The servicing all happens simultaneously.
Also, it's entered into that system.
They already do that when they put it in the DSPs. But I'm talking about when you service a record, it's like, hey, here's the records. You can play what you want, or here's the focus record.
Yeah.
Right? So when Glorilla's thing, The one with her and Sexy Red. What's the name of the record? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
With the Boosie sound.
Doing Wipe Me Down over. Yeah.
Right. So when that came out,
that's the focus record of her.
What you know about?
What you know about me? When that came out, everybody gets sent that single. Here's the DJ pack. Here's the clean. Here's the dirty. Play it. You know what I'm saying? Basically saying to the industry, we're in support of this record.
Yeah. With Tyler again, it's the Ratata.
Yeah.
Correct. So with the Ratata, same thing, but I don't believe that Tyler is being put in these positions in that way.
But he's not playing that game. At least
He's not. Yeah. So what I'm saying is I want him to get all of that. I want him to have the #1 song in the country. I want him to have the #1. He's gonna have the #1 album in the country.
Yeah.
Why not have the #1 record in the country?
I see the point. I see the point.
What did you think? What did you think when he said it was the biggest in the city next to Kenny?
He's probably not wrong.
Especially right now, actively. Right? Like, we're not talking all the time.
Yeah.
But what I really did like the way he did was put exclusive songs on vinyl only, because I think bundling is one thing where you just get a t-shirt or whatever, but I think to provide real music value in a bundle, that matters and that's going to help your sales, but it's not necessarily fudging the numbers in my opinion. It's fudging the numbers if you're selling a t-shirt and I'm buying a t-shirt and that just comes with the download of the album. But if I'm buying your music, I'm buying a vinyl and I get something extra, a Play by Cardi feature on there, like I thought that was a cool way to do that. I didn't see that.
So yeah, so that as far as we know, it has the Play by Cardi on the version of You Niggas Thought I Was Dead.
Yeah.
And the Mother song. So that's an exclusive on the vinyl also. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of Play by Cardi, as you know, so I don't add too much to that record. But it's, if I'm a collector, yeah. But also feeds his rapid fan base, right?
Yeah.
It seems like that's the thing with Cardi. Like he was on the original version of that Drake song, he just made the video too, but then he's on the vinyl version, so you know, you want it in your collection.
I thought it was cool. I was looking at sales of Yeat's album, and he had, so it has, and you might be able to explain this better. It has pure sales and streaming sales. Yeat's album sold 56,000 in pure sales and only 28,000 in streaming sales, whereas someone like Gunna had 900 in pure sales and 82,000.
I think pure sales are actually people who buy it on iTunes and like actually buy the album to where they purchase it and they own it.
Either the CD or iTunes
or when you own. So if you stream, you don't own anything. You're leasing it. So if you pay $10, $15 a month for whatever streaming service you use, you don't own the music. You stop paying your subscription, you lose all your music, your playlist goes away, everything, right? So when you buy something, you own it, which is why it costs more. Like if you go on iTunes, I think you can still buy stuff on iTunes. There's like a few platforms where you can still buy shit, right? And then also a lot of artists do buy those collection packs. Some people still do digipacks, like that's like the old school pamphlet where you open it up and it has a book in there and it has a CD in there and like maybe a flash drive. Some people still do nostalgic things like that. Everyone mostly just streaming. But when you stream and it says streaming sales, that means that your sales have been calculated by an algorithm.
It shows like Yeat's fan base. I think they said like they just listen to Yeat. Like there was like a survey done. It's like what other artists do you listen to? They're all just listening to Yeat on repeat. So it's cool. I mean, it wasn't for me. I listened to the album. I think it's very situational. Like it's mosh pit music. Maybe it's workout music or motivational music. But it's the sales are there. Rap is coming back. It might be back on the charts, Elliott Wilson.
No, that's right. I've been crying about the Billboard Top 10 has no hip hop in it, but then now all these albums coming out, like Freddie Gibbs is coming out. It's the best year in hip hop. And I said that earlier, and it was like
you did say that earlier.
It was all crickets with Drake and Kendrick. I was like, 21, this could be the best year in hip hop ever. But then it's so conflicted. On one end, we're saying that, but then look at Billboard, we don't even have a song in the top 10.
I think
which is it? This is the great year in hip hop or not a great year?
As hyperbolic as I am, I won't go this year yet, but I will say this week is one of my favorite weeks in hip hop in a long time. Tyler, EARTHGANG, Ab-Soul, and JID. We're about to get Freddie Gibbs, West Side Gun, 2 albums.
Uzi Vert.
Uzi, D2X. There was a lot of drops. Megan was last week technically, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Active. So we're active out here. It's exciting.
Yeah. Did you guys listen to EARTHGANG? No.
I did the quick needle drop with DJ and stuff. No, I actually like the first record they put out with T-Pain. I thought that
was dope. It was really, really good. Like I thought sonically it was much different than I expected because they can rap their asses off, but it wasn't overly rappity rap. It was very
Pull up the track
melodic.
list.
They make songs?
They made real songs. You would
Let me
actually
drop
would
real
really.
quick. Let me
Live Needle
I'm
drop.
curious because there's a couple that
Live
I'm actually
Needle
not gonna
drop.
go, but I'm interested to know.
I always respect EARTHGANG. I can't say I'm the biggest fan yet, but I know there was a song Red something, I think. What was the song?
Yeah, red flag.
Yeah,
A lot of
Red
people-
Flag I liked,
Yeah.
and I liked the last song with Snoop. Those are the ones that stood out
Yeah.
to me with the quick DJ head style.
I actually really like the one with Coach Ice. I know it was more like electronic and kind of on the vibe of the underground, but the Pharrell song I like too.
And again, I like the early drops, man. So wait, I went to the listening, and then I did get up, not 3 in the morning, but I got up at 4 in the morning.
To listen to the
And I listened to the album again. I listened to it twice, and I fell back asleep. what was your consumption of Tyler? When did you first listen?
I actually loved it. It brought me back to like high school when I would listen to music in the morning, like I'm getting ready, like I'm making my coffee, I'm playing it on the speaker, like in my room, and then I get in the car and I'm playing the rest of it, and then I go back.
Morning commute.
Yeah, so I loved even this EARTHGANG album. I loved like it was Tuesday. I could just put it on.
Oh, so you did Tyler one morning and then
Yeah,
the next morning.
yeah. So I really enjoy the midweek drops. I know business-wise it might not make the most sense, but I would love to get back to the business shifting to what is that?
DJ said, I dare y'all to drop an album there.
He said,
Hey, go ahead, team. Do y'all shit, man. Hey,
Look at
bro.
the embarrassing numbers that's gonna happen to you.
Hey. Are we gonna revisit the Tommy Richmond conversation? No.
You want to revisit? It was,
No, I'm
okay. All right.
I'm trolling.
Did you say you wanted to talk about Meg? Did you
Hold
listen
on,
to-
let me needle drop this.
Okay, this is the 1 minute review.
EARTHGANG appreciate you, King. Dreamville appreciate you. This is how DJ had prepared for the show. Uh-oh. I'm not exactly the members of EARTHGANG because don't know. It's 2 or 3 guys, right? Doing their thing on Dreamville.
Yes, we have Johnny Venus and Dr. Doc.
Johnny Venus and Dr.
Doc. They both, yeah, bunch of better guys. Hold on, turn out.
Also down like on the jig, right?
Yeah, Spiller's Village.
Oh, okay.
Village Village.
Okay.
Send DJ Head clean edits immediately of the following records.
I'm gonna tell
He
you.
will tell you. Send him clean MP3s with quickness.
Okay.
You got a lot. Okay, that's good. That's good.
I want to experience the
All right.
hating on the
So
album.
you ready?
Yeah.
All right. So I got You Gotta.
Yeah.
That's track what?
That was the Fro one I said. Yeah.
Yep. You Gotta. I got You Gotta. I got Electric.
That was the other one I said.
And let me see what the other one was.
So he just scrolls to the middle.
There was one more.
DJ had to explain his needle drop technique again.
Hold on, I got one more. That's You Gotta. After one T-Pain. Hold on. Oh, that's Electric. No. In My Mind.
In my mind, that's track 9 and
10, yeah.
And I got. Hold on, one more.
Red flag.
No. No.
hey,
Flavors of Karma.
16, okay.
wow,
Wow.
3 or 4. Send him clean MP3s immediately. Across the country.
Yeah, but the best one is You Gotta.
Yeah, that was my favorite one.
That's for Pharrell. The Pharrell
Yeah.
Magic Touch again.
Pharrell's.
Is that disrespectful to artists that I say like that's the best song that I heard and I need to drop?
I think they might take it disrespectfully, yeah.
And explain the needle drop again. You don't go to the beginning of the record. You go to the middle of the
The
record.
middle of the record.
And why is that again?
Because that's where the meat is. Like, there's usually lower crescendos or build-ups or like, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, just I need to just get to where I can get the feel of the song. So again, the needle drop comes from, it's a DJ term, but it comes from me. If I'm DJing currently, I'm looking for a song to play. That's how I would go through the records and figure out. Like, I would play, like if we were having a function at this facility And I was like, oh, EARTHGANG just dropped. Let me go find something off the album. That's what I would do, and I'm like, oh, I gotta play this. You got it. Boom, and just throw it
You
in.
play the Pharrell joint right now.
Right now.
You dancing.
It wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop anything. And that flavor of karma, I like that too. It wouldn't stop anything that I'm doing.
And then you play Broccoli. You got that copy you've been sitting on.
Well, Jeremy has it in his laptop.
So there's now a rumor based on a live that went live on Instagram earlier on DJ Head's page, where he is accusing me of holding on to the broccoli, withholding the veggies from the people after apparently signing an NDA. I do not have the broccoli. I do not. If I had the broccoli, I'd at least let you know. I wouldn't release it if I didn't have permission to release it.
I'm just saying.
But I would let you know.
Can I have that? Let me get that. I want to eat some no nigga chocolate when you talk.
It's peanut
Okay.
free.
Can I ask
I'm
you?
sure you want to eat that. It's peanut free.
Well, that's what's no nigga chocolate.
I brought you guys, since I couldn't bring veggies, I brought chocolate. Can I ask you if Kendrick has he seen
My DM?
Has he seen the? Well, I won't even ask my DM. I know he's not seen that. I check every morning. I check this morning.
You check every morning?
Every morning and night.
You know what?
But he hasn't seen. Has he seen the request from the people? Just how many people are wanting this song?
You want to follow with a little emoji?
Even the chocolate is taking an L this year to Canada.
Wow. If you didn't like it.
What was the question?
Has Kendrick seen the demand? Not necessarily my
I like
personal
candy.
request, but the demand for the broccoli.
I have no idea, King.
Is he waiting for the Dodgers victory parade? Now you got a
Yeah, they're
celebration.
serious.
I have no idea. I sent him your DM though.
Did he respond?
I don't have a comment.
I love yourself.
So he saw my DM, and you're not gonna tell me.
I don't know
what
if he saw it. He don't have rare receipts on, King.
Okay, but I appreciate. Thank you for sending it. I do appreciate that.
I be trying to look out for you, even though you don't see it.
No, I see it. I appreciate you. I think it's real camaraderie.
It is camaraderie.
Yeah.
Oh, Jeremy, I keep forgetting to say, I think the Tyler hate comes from the crazy Drake stands that are mad that they booed him and can't follow him.
Elliott's gonna
That's
find
what
a way to weave that shit into it.
No, that's what it comes to. Remember, that was the crazy one.
I think it's Drake's fault for inflation in the
I
country.
do got one.
Gas prices are high.
Drizzy, you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump is a convicted felon. He hasn't gone to jail because Drake dropped the shit on Instagram. He didn't put the record out.
I thought Jeremy was capping about all this Tyler hate on the internet, and then I started to deep dive, and I was like, oh, there is this backlash against Tyler. They're like, why do you hate on Tyler? Blah, blah, like, and it came from, and the only thing I'm coming up with is, again, we're now fueled mostly by Drake and Kendrick crazy stands in our timelines, our algorithms. And remember, Drake got booed, unmercifully booed, off the stage at Camp Fog now. Let's not
They
pretend.
thought he was gonna be Frank.
He does Frank Ocean. So it's my other hot take. So the thing I don't like about Tyler's album is I knew everybody would love this song. I do not. Don't judge me. I hate Judge Judy. God, I hate Judge
You're
Judy.
judging?
Judge Judy sounds like a bad Frank Ocean song. To the point
The
that
AI.
AI made a Frank Ocean version of the song that I thought it was a Frank Ocean demo that really killed for. So I don't know. I just want to say that. I know Tyler probably loves that record. I'm sorry, Tyler. I know it's probably your favorite record of the album, but
No.
Judge Judy is just so on the nose. I just can't.
This is what I think. I think
Can't Judge
Tyler
Judy
knows
that.
how corny it could have been, calling it Judge Judy, and he was like, how can I make this concept not corny? And I think he was proud of the fact that he did. I think he did a good job of making it not corny, like bar. Like the Judge.
You bought
I
the
want
Judge
Judge
Judy
Judy.
thing? He said no skips.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Of
Judge Judy?
course. Why? Of course. Because I like
Judge
everything.
I love how Elliott Wilson has managed to split this into Drake hate. Like,
I'm not all Drake. I'm giving
I know, but I'm just saying that's how you started it. And I just think it's amazing that your ability to do that. Like his ability to stunt growth of black people is crazy. But
we all come with our agendas.
yeah.
Did you see they said Elliott managed to slip Drake into the conversation about Good Kid, Mad City? the comment section.
You know, Drake dropped that verse on that Nicki Minaj album, and Good Kid, Mad City. Like what?
No, because hip hop is competitive, and let's not pretend that before they finally battled in the year of our Lord 2024, there wasn't always a Kendrick Drake rivalry talked about. So what I was saying was, Good Kid, Mad City was out for a while, but then when Nothing Was the Same came out, it's not like it deaded the momentum of what Good Kid still had. So that made me even more realize that, you know what, you can't deny it at this point. Like, if his biggest rival came with a great album on his end, and we're still talking about Good Kid and how great it is, it's undeniably classic. So yes, it's judged in that landscape. They're the competitors. They were the two biggest forces who finally collided 11 years later. So yes, in that context, I had to admit, and I've always said from jump at that time, and people know from TD on, I favored Drake more than Kendrick.
Can you imagine how fun this show would have been if you never got into beef with Drake and you were just full on OVO, and then we had Kendrick over here, and then I was just caught in the crossfires?
What do you mean, Kendrick over here? What does that mean?
Team Kendrick, friends with Kendrick, close to the source. Obviously, you're biased because you're friends with the guy.
Jeremy, I'm disappointed. You know I would be a fair journalist and I would cover both sides.
But it would also be more heated. You'd be journalistic, but also a little heated. But also,
we'll never. I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. I do think also accountability from last week. They were getting at us because we were talking about. It was specifically what I did. I did also make this mistake of asking in that SZA interview. Apparently, she was asking about the concept, not like us in the term, not the song specifically. And we were talking about what the song meant, and Kendrick was talking about what the concept of Not Like Us.
Break that down. Break that down.
Well, so our thing was like, why he didn't talk about the song yet. I mean, break that man down.
Also, well, I'll say one more thing in that thing that also involves Drake. I do not think that neither Drake nor Kendrick nor Cole could do an interview right now with anybody.
Yeah.
I don't think that they could be, or sure. I don't think anybody would advise them to do that. I don't think there's a way right now. The wounds are so fresh for everybody. There's no way for any of those gentlemen to really sit down and have a real conversation. Maybe Kendrick, because he's a monster, he's a maniac. Kendrick more so than the three, I would say. But I don't think any of them could honestly sit and have a real conversation about what's transpired in the last 12 months.
Why not?
Drake, Kendrick, or Cole.
Why not?
I don't think they're capable of it. The type of honesty that Tyler The Creator is shared with us. I don't. Their masks are on. I don't think they're able to do that, honestly. So I'm not just when I'm just okay. You disagree? Okay. Well, I said if anybody I thought was the exception, I think it would be Kendrick. Do you agree with that, or you think Drake and Cole are also capable of doing that?
They're capable of doing anything. I don't think they will. I think we'll get a dot interview before we get any yours.
And who will that be with?
I can tell you who it won't be with.
What's that fucking for? He's not gonna be with me?
I didn't say that.
Okay. So who's the one you were thinking of when you said that? Maybe we say, what's his Spanish name? It's okay.
Stay on stream.
Stay on stream. Hey, what do you guys think of the Absol JID lyrical sparring we saw?
Oh, I'm used to that.
That was top. I love that. I said that's what Absol meant when he was saying like to Daylight, you can't just put Cole on the record and not tell me. He was like, this is what he wanted to do with J. Cole. He wanted to go back and forth to this level where he's really proving like nobody can mess with me when it comes to my lyricism.
I know that there's a class of MCs. Shout out to Solo, man. Make sure you go get that soul burger, But
they can't get it yet. It's coming with November.
As I said, when you can, but yeah, it's
November 8th.
Yeah, you guys have
this is my own. I haven't talked to Soul about this, but Soul, he dropped a slap. Well, he drops the squeeze first.
Oh yeah.
He drops the squeeze first, right? Second or whatever. I'm mixing the numbers. Whatever.
Yeah, no, squeeze first, second. I think it's called. Because the Jay-Z song, the original, is called Squeeze First.
Yeah, but like.
So squeeze
So
first.
you're fucking killing me.
I don't even remember.
You didn't advise that? You didn't advise that, baby?
That wasn't my head. No. You know what I did.
A slap.
So he drops a slap.
And that's called again.
All that.
All that. Featuring Jason Martin.
Featuring Jason Martin, Thirsty Pete. So he drops all that and slap. And then I just know he's like,
These
I gotta show these things like a rap.
It's like he's getting like antsy. He's getting antsy inside. He's like, to go have it.
Yeah, that's right.
They think that I just am a slap artist. No. I can bar up with the best of them.
Bar them up. You're not gonna stop me. They're gonna get these bars. They're gonna get these bars.
I'm in the studio. I can't say. I don't want to say who, but I'm in the studio literally last night with an artist, right? And we put on 2 slaps. One he records to. He records the slap, right?
Slap creation.
Records the slap. Then he records. Then we put on the second one. And he's sitting there he's like, nah, I can't do it. And he throws him some boom back. And just goes in the booth and just I mean, runs through the boot bag. Like, I mean, best bars I heard all week. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you niggas?
Maybe that actually motivates them to rap better. It's like
Don't you hit rappers want to make some hits, make some money? Don't you want to buy your mama a house?
Don't wait 10 years. My rappers, all my rappers, don't wait 10 years to... Nobody cares how dope you are as a rapper except the people who cares. Most people just want you to make their favorite song. Most people.
Okay, DJ Head. Before we started rolling, I won't mention the artists per se, but you were mentioning certain artists who are looked at as successful rappers, but most of us couldn't quote a verse from them. Couldn't quote 16 bars from them.
Yeah, I've said that before. I said that when we talk about Future, I said nobody can rap a Future verse.
So that puts, to me, a very much important credence in the importance of lyricism and lyrics and stuff.
No. I'm not speaking to the importance or credence of the lyrics or lyricism. I'm just saying that I would like someone who always is advocating for Future to be able to rap me a Future verse.
So you are saying that, I was trying to be nice.
Somebody's got to know.
So Future's one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time.
Undoubtedly.
You're saying that the thing about him is nobody mostly can quote 16 bars of Future, rap a song of his own.
Nobody can rap me an 8 bar from Future. What's that?
Good time to get it off, man.
Why he always going to this extraterrestrial when he fucking... It's like...
That's that Pulowski.
Like,
It's a good
he literally turns into a, like, what the fuck is going on?
Bar for bar there. That was bar for bar. That was like, that was at least 8 of that song.
Yeah. But you say,
Future is one of the goats.
But you ultimately say hits are more important. You land back on the same thing. You don't want the MC to go in there and make the bar fest if he's not going to give you the slap. So you still prioritize the hits over it.
No, you're looking at it wrong. Again, going back to the Tyler The Creator situation. I don't like that people take that away from Future. I want him to have both. I want him to have the acclaim of this section, and the middle section. I don't want him to just be like, whatever the fuck.
But the hits and the slaps are more important though.
No, you need both.
But but that's more important though.
No,
you can't get it on the radio. You can't get the.
No, you can get Future's on the radio all day. So is Drake.
That's more important.
But he's not on top 40 rating. You're talking about like
no. Listen, let me finish. This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if I say, hey, somebody rap me a Future 16 and nobody can, people like Elliott Wilson, not Elliott Wilson, but people like Elliott Wilson are going to take that away from his legacy.
Yes. Yeah. Elliott Wilson.
Yeah.
They will. Yes.
That's my point. I don't want that to happen. Future's one of the GOATs. He's one of the greatest to ever do it in what he does, right?
Yeah.
We agree on that, right?
Absolutely.
But the people are still going to remove that from his legacy. I'm saying I want him to put that in the pot, cook that shit up on these niggas. That's what I'm saying.
You want Future to bar up.
I want him to not be able to be discounted for what his greatness is on any level.
Yeah.
If you're elite, be elite across the board. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to when we were just talking about like with where the artists that were speaking about in the studio last night.
Yeah. Making a slap first.
Make a hit. Give us the bars. Make a female song. Make whatever it is. Because what's going to happen is, as time progresses, people are going to start removing shit from your legacy. They're going to start discounting your wins. So like they do that with Biggie. Oh, he only had 2 albums.
Try to discredit.
Now I'm not saying that you can't please everyone, but what I'm saying is you have our big 3, quote unquote, or our big 4, whatever you want to look at it, right? You got Cole, Kendrick, Drake, you got Future, Tyler. Whatever the case.
I got a top 10. I got a new top 10.
You got a new top 10. Okay, what I'm saying is, whenever you're having these conversations, as time progresses, people are going to start nitpicking at your legacy. I don't want that to happen to the people who are great for us. That's all I'm saying.
That's why I bring it to.
I'm actually not discounting them. I'm advocating for them.
I told my bitch, if I gotta be faithful, I might fall off.
Bro, why do you keep rapping?
Here's the thing. What I'm doing is I'm bringing his lyricism to the forefront for you, so that he doesn't get discredited.
Also, he knows when he does the Future Boy, he gets so serious with delivery.
He always
does flow.
Bro, he literally like, I'm talking about, say the bar.
She charging more.
See, right in the beat rabbit. Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, immediately, he's just there.
Gotta get his little swag together.
And then when he rapped the other shit, it's full out coonery. You know what I'm saying?
That was
Peter Bankhead down to
broccoli dance. Some people know it now. Like somebody tweeted me. Somebody tweeted saying, "Jeremy, I listened to the snippet. I've been doing the dance. It's infectious." Just because I started a trend doesn't mean
You didn't start a trend. They're mocking you.
he was dead serious. In this tweet, it was a serious tweet. He
How do
said,
you know? Did you have tonation to this?
emojis. Why would you put emojis if you were? That's what they're for. They're to make no nuance in this text.
But what the fuck are you talking about?
So the
I didn't know it's real. Emojis.
The song comes out. We know
That's how you know. That's how you know he's from new generation.
Emojis.
How do you know it's serious? Emojis. What do you mean? Like I'm fucking stupid.
Do you say
You know what I'm saying?
when you text your female cohorts, do you send emojis?
I use emojis to dictate tonality. Yes.
Tonality.
That's what I'm saying. What's your favorite one?
My favorite emoji, the black fist emoji. What do you think about that?
I think it is. I think it's a very necessary emoji that we need for context.
Did you advocate for them to get away from the Simpson emojis and give us color?
Did I add? Yeah, I think it's great that they have multiple skin colors.
When did they implicate? When did they implement?
You know what's crazy? Elliott uses a lighter skin tone.
He does. That's crazy.
On his
But-
emoji to me. I use the lightest I can possibly do.
I don't see color there.
When did they implement the black emojis? Don't look it up.
You're supposed to remember off the top.
Did you advocate for black emojis?
Like, I didn't go out in the street and protest about it.
So you didn't write an email?
I didn't write an email or a
That's
letter, but I
crazy.
said out loud vocally.
That's fucked
yeah,
up.
I think that they should have different color emojis.
Yeah, but what did you say? Did you say on Twitter?
I didn't tweet that much.
You didn't use your platform.
I didn't use my platform.
That's crazy.
For that.
Continue.
cause.
Let's go.
But I'm using my platform now to get a certain colored emoji, which is green. A green
How do
emoji.
you dictate tonality? Emoji. Like I'm fucking crazy, right? You know what I'm saying?
It's a vegetable emoji, and I just want that. And if anyone knows how to find it, I would love that. On a more serious note, I don't know how to transition directly to it, but
They have surgeries for that.
not that type of transition. Okay, we're trying to not get canceled here. Okay.
I wasn't even talking about that. I was.
Yeah, I know there's other surgeries too, like Tommy John surgery. If you
No idea what this man is talking about.
That's like if you throw out your arm.
Who the fuck is Tommy John?
Great picture.
He was a pitcher. Yeah, he hurt.
Your baseball attire.
Yeah, it's baseball.
He pitched for the Dodgers, Tommy John.
Yeah, there you go. Full
It
circle.
all ties in.
I thought he was going somewhere else with it. I don't know nothing.
No,
Continue.
no. Shout out to George Washington Carver and the Peanuts.
You just learned about George Washington Carver.
So I'm bringing my learnings into real life situations.
All right, go ahead.
So Lil Durk is facing
Uh-oh.
federal charges.
Jeremy Hank doing some street shit. Says he
no,
doesn't do it.
no, no,
You
no.
said you don't do street shit
No, I
on
said
there.
I said I don't do it. So I'm gonna just say what happened. I have nothing to say about it. But if you guys,
You have nothing to say about it.
Street shit.
I don't feel qualified in any way with my experiences
That's
to
what
speak
Elliott
about
got. He gonna
street
crash
shit.
out. Go ahead.
Okay,
I crash it.
but
What kind of street shit crash out? Authority?
rapper Lil Durk faces federal charges for conspiracy to commit murder for hire, allegedly linked to an attempt on Quando Rondo's life in 2022. The attack, which aimed at Rondo but ultimately killed his cousin, is believed to stem from the ongoing feud after the 2020 death of OTF member King Von, for which Rondo's associate was implicated. Prosecutors claim Durk financed the plot by covering travel expenses and arranging logistics for associates from his OTF crew, who allegedly planned the assault across multiple locations in LA. Authorities gathered evidence via text messages, financial transactions, and traffic surveillance. The arrest occurred just ahead of Durk's album release, adding a significant twist to his career's trajectory. Do we have anything to say? I know the Wallow video has been resurfacing of him kind of talking.
I hate that word.
Resurfacing?
It didn't resurface. Somebody retweeted it.
Alright, somebody replied.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
It is
it's
fair.
like video resurfaces of like, bro,
It's as
somebody
if it came
retweeted
up-
the shit.
It's as if it came up like on the top of a pond or something, and you just someone found, whoa.
Okay, so here's the thing about this Durk situation.
Street shit.
I also don't talk about street shit on the air, but this is public, it's a court case and whatnot. There's been indictment, whatever. The crazy part about all of this is that, I mean, obviously we saw the Wallow video, and when it actually was in real time, people were actually giving Wallow shit for it. And they were like, yo, you know, he's doing too much, and right? And so, when the Wallow video actually, when Durk and hella niggas was on $1 million worth of game. You know, while I was begging, you know, Durk and them like, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, and they were all just sitting there, kind of looking at him like, what do you mean, like? And Durk actually said, you know, he shed a tear for this shit. So what I took from this situation, the Durk situation is separate from the Wallow situation. I'll go back to the Durk thing. But what I took from the Wallow situation was, like, there are people who care. There are people who give a fuck. There are people who actually are invested in. They're invested in people living out what their purpose and living out their full lives as free and alive individuals, right? So what you're witnessing now is somebody under 30. Durk's not 30 yet, I don't think.
I think it's 30.
33?
Yeah.
I mean, So what was the listener, 35?
He's 32.
Okay, so Durk is 32. So now he's 32 years old. He faces life in prison, right? Or worse, right? I didn't read the full indictment. I leave that to the #1 journalist in the game. But I didn't read the full.
The Big Act.
Huh?
Big Act. He does a lot of streams on the subject.
Did you not? You didn't read it?
No.
You #1.
Anyway.
Jeremy just gave us a good summation about it.
Yes, but I didn't read the full indictment. That's not my jam. I get anxiety when I read court documents. So, but I know he faces life in prison because murder for hire is considered like under a ruling of capital punishment. So you can get death penalty, you can get death penalty, you can get life in prison, you can get, you can be eligible for parole after 15 years. I know in California we have a 15 to life thing where you do a minimum of, if you do the life sentence, it's minimum 15 years, and after that, you can revisit and try to advocate, whatever a situation. Anyway, this did occur in California, even though they're from Chicago, which is terrible. You know what I mean? Like, because now
It's in the Beverly Center.
as you all know, like with RICOs, because it's been in the news after the last few years, if you do something in one state and it's isolated to that state, it's a state case.
Yeah.
You do something across state lines, it's a federal case.
Yeah.
So you're in the federal. So that's why the Fed. And people are like, why the Feds come get him? It's in LA.
Yeah.
If you do something across state lines, it's a federal case. The Feds are involved, and just so we are sure, we understand what that means. Like when the Feds come, it's usually a wrap.
They know something. They're not.
They don't. They usually have open and shut. I forgot what their conviction rate is. Something in 90 percentile range or something like that. But these are also just like the smartest people in law enforcement. Like to be a federal agent, you have to have a master's degree. It's like it's a real thing. So, long story short, with Durk's situation, it's sad because Durk is 32 years old. His life is pretty much over. You know what I mean? Depending on how his trial goes. Even if he pleads, best case scenario, you get 10, 15. On something that's something that carries a capital punishment. If you plead out, you get looking at 10, 15. And so I remember talking to one of the homies, and he was saying that he thinks Durk could, either cooperate, right, which I don't think is going to happen, or he can probably plead out, which I could see him taking a guilty plea for a lesser sentence. Like they agree not to put the death penalty on the table. If they agree not to give him life, I can see him taking a plea because a lot of these young dudes idolize being legends and street legends and like shit like that.
His father famously didn't dime and did a long bid, 25 years or so. So he's out there publicly.
Yeah, I can see these people idolizing those types of scenarios, and it's just sad because me and G the Views were talking about this on the radio. We're not gonna have any moguls in 20 years. If you think about it. The moguls we came up with, they took Diddy. So we got, Dr. Dre, which, he's been no stranger to controversy. We've had all these different moguls, right? We got Russell Simmons, we got all these people. And so at the rate we're going, in 20 years, you figure this generation, in 20 years, Durk could be 52 to 53 years old, right? Where are our moguls going to come from? What batch are we going to pull from, right? We might have a Cole, we might have a Tyler, we might have a Kendrick, God willing, we might have, a Drake or whatever, but then what? I remember a time, early 2000s, even late 90s, where it was hella moguls with Irv Gotti. We had, Dave Dash, we had Master P, it was just moguls. Birdman, Slim, it was like moguls. These people were worth tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, and they were employing whole staffs of people with real salaries and families and stuff like that. So you've got to figure, right? You work at Double XL, you read Double XL, right? How many people do you think you have on staff at its peak?
My staff alone probably 20 to 25.
All right, so 20, 25. But then you look at a label, not even a label, if you look at somebody like, let's take Puff, for instance, right? How many people are employed across his businesses? It's got to be hundreds of people, you know what I'm saying? So now when you fast forward to the Durk situation, I'm sure there's at least minimum 10 people who are indirectly, either directly or indirectly,
in the business of Lil Durk.
in the business of Lil Durk.
Yeah.
OTY.
Right. Running his label, assistants, managers, publicists, like all these things matter, and they have families. So it's the trickle down effect. Not saying that Durk needs to care about all these people, but the way I'm looking at it is not from isolated on Lil Durk. I'm looking at it from the standpoint of like, okay, in 20 years, where are we gonna be? Like, if everybody's dying or everybody's in jail, like, where are we gonna be? So I would like to encourage, the youth, the generation, to be like, think about these things. When you are enacting your rage, or you crash out, quote unquote, or you try to get retribution, or try even try to defend you. That's why people like clowning me, because I take the stance I take, right? Oh, he's being passive aggressive. He's throwing rocks and hiding his hand. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problem with nobody. You know what I'm saying? I got jokes. I get my jokes off. I'll go home. You got it. You got it, champ. Whatever it is you want. I said on Bootleg Kev Show, I don't want to fight. I'm not going to fight anybody for any reason. I'm beyond that. I got real shit to lose. I'm not going to be one of these washouts. That's just not my agenda. So the way I look at it is, if you're willing to work your entire life to attain a level of success and throw it away for pride, ego, bravado, retribution, whatever, to me, that's a loss. And it's not, I think
when I come in, that's my take. I just think you have to realize, I think you get caught in the thing of thinking that you get so rich and get so powerful and you got the best lawyer in this and you're going to be able to, control all this. And you can't leave that life and then be in the music business and have great success and you can still function in that life and things aren't going to get caught up. Like, you're going to get caught up. You're going to get caught eventually. It's the same path we know what the streets lead to. It's either going to be dead or in jail. And it's sad to see somebody, no matter how successful they are, go through these same things. Durk is extremely talented. We're all Durk fans. Durk's doing an uprise career-wise. I think I saw a tweet, clearly it seemed like in the last couple of years he's been trying to clean his image up even more. I think he put a tweet out saying how he had went back and he had cleared a lot of his records about his previous arrests and things like that. He had been doing the work to try to clean his image. But, if there's a trail of you still being allegedly involved in these things, it's going to come up. It's going to come up. You're going to get caught. There's no happy ending with that. And I think sometimes now artists believe that with the success they have in the music side of it, they think that they have the right lawyers and the right money can make these problems go away. And there's not enough to do that. As we're seeing very rich, powerful people get taken down, and it's like, oh, it's sad. It's just like with Puffy. They're saying the same thing with him now. It's like, oh, Durk's in great spirits. He's gonna fight this. He feels great. But he just doesn't like the jail food. And it's just like, nah, man. It's like it can't go down like that. But I understand the pain of losing somebody. And his head was saying, you want your retribution, you want revenge, but you can't function on some street shit. Like you said, I don't like these stories because the stories really are just the facts of the case itself. We all know it's not cool. It's not cool to kill people. It's not cool to do hurtful things to people. It's not cool to fucking, not embrace the life and the blessed life you have by still hanging on to certain street codes and certain things like that. So it's a sad tale over and over. And it's like of the point that Hev was saying, it's like, it gets disheartening when we see our hip hop leaders, our heroes, get taken down. But inevitably, it's gonna go down that way. You can't avoid it. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna die. You're gonna go to jail. It's unfortunate.
And so I can't speak to any of the street side of it, but what I can speak to is the music industry side of it. And I think that there needs to be more accountability on labels, on people who are signing these artists, and the system put in place to help avoid some of these things. Like if you look at someone like King Von, it was no secret as to who King Von was when he was signed. When
much of it they put in their music now.
And you're signing a man off of his whole music catalog reflecting things that he's actually doing, and I don't think he was hiding a lot of the things that he was doing. So when you're signing someone like that, knowing very well who someone is, you also know what the consequences of that person's music being put into the world and marketed could be. And so I think that there needs to be a little bit more accountability on the side of the people who are putting money into some of these artists when that's all they're speaking about, that's all they're doing in their music, and they're doing those things outside of the music. So if you're not able to, like, if you're gonna sign somebody and put money into them, you should be held responsible to some degree of any consequences that come from.
I disagree.
Why?
I just disagree because that's not their responsibility. If business doesn't exist if you don't exploit someone. That's just the reality of the scenario. Like a bit like I remember having a conversation about artists and how the label should be responsible for the music they put out with an executive, and I actually push back against their point, like I'm doing with you, as far as like that's not the label. The label is responsible to make money. They don't care about who you are, your well-being, or anything like that. Now, what I think as a good faith, this is how you can pick a good partner as a business relationship, is in good faith, they can give you game or share resources.
Yeah.
Be like, hey, go get your own lawyer. Or, hey, here's some life insurance. Here's a life insurance policy or whatever the case may be. Cool, but that's not their job. Like when you buy a car, you still have to go get your own insurance.
Well, so here my point isn't necessarily that there's no personal responsibility. Like obviously the rapper themselves have the responsibility of what they're talking about, what they're doing. But I would say, like, let's say you're buying a car, right? If I'm purchasing a car and I've seen this car crash 15 times in a row, randomly, it'll just like swerve on the side of the road and then just like hit a pole. When I'm buying that car, I know the car I'm buying.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't be surprised if that car crashes. Like, no, being a smart person, I see that this car is going to crash at some point. Therefore, I'm preparing for this car to crash, and I know what's going to happen when this car crashes. If I still buy that car, I hold some responsibility for the accident that's going to happen down the road because I put it back on the road, if that makes sense. Like, I put it on a new highway.
I agree with that point, but I'm just saying when the label signs an artist, their job it's really predatory.
Yeah, that's what I don't like. Yeah.
So it's predatory,
Yeah.
but that's America. A company can't pay you what you're actually worth. If they did, they go out of business. They have to exploit you in order for the business to exist. That's just the harsh reality of things, right? So if I sign a rapper, I can't pay him what he's actually worth. Yeah. I also can't take on responsibility for things he does on his own fruition, which is why you sign waivers. And we've all signed a waiver at some point. You go to ride in Vegas. You sign a waiver saying, hey, they're not responsible for what you do because you can get out there and be like, you know what, I'm gonna ride this ride without my safety harness on. It's not the people's responsibility because you decided to do some dumb shit.
Yeah.
That's the harsh reality. It may sound lack of empathy, but it's the truth.
Speaking of doing dumb shit, what do you guys take on rappers doing these crimes, doing these things, and putting it in their music, right? And then
Now that's just crazy.
that's crazy. And then the other side, and then now in this world of like consumption from fans and internet detectives, piecing it together, making videos about it, because obviously it's there for the taking, right? And piecing together cases, as they could say, which will help, investigators who are already investigating, watching everything. I see backlash on both ends. Like, why are you dumb enough to do all these crimes and put it in your song and be so specific about what you're actually doing? And then secondly, how do we stop this frenzy of like everybody wanting to be a crime-solving internet detective that helps bring people to justice, or at least wants to show that they tied everything together before anybody else did?
Well, I think that, like, again, the personal responsibility exists, but my stance, especially being white in hip-hop, but also being from just on the outside looking into most of these things, my stance has always been I would never want to contribute at all or add to a case. Like, yes, there are people who are going to figure this stuff out in the federal government, in the police departments, where they're looking at lyrics or they're putting together cases like that. If you're putting in your music, someone's going to put it together. I just don't feel like it's my job as a journalist or as a personality to bring light to those situations and connect those dots. I'll connect some lyrical sparring dots, or I'll like break down the meaning of a song that has something to do with someone's personal, thoughts about the world. But when it comes to crime, when it comes to street shit, when it comes to real life beef where people are dying, I just don't feel like it's our job to be the people to say, hey, check out what's going on here. Like, I don't think that that's added anything to the space.
I agree with you, which is why you use your platform responsibly, kings and queens.
No, I mean, we also about to the artists themselves. Like, why do you think it feels so compelled to live their raps and articulate in certain situations?
Well, I don't know if we have time for that conversation, but it's a pseudo sense of pseudo PS. It's a pseudo sense of pride. When you don't, so I don't know if I told y'all this, but like when you don't have a lot, what you do have becomes necessary, and you're willing to do whatever it takes. So a lot of people don't understand street shit. A lot of people don't understand gangbanging. I'm not the mascot for either thing, but I am in close proximity to it. I grew up around it, so I do understand it. I didn't understand it for a long time. Why would somebody gangbang and claim something they don't own? I'm looking at it like a cultural appropriator would look at it, right? That's not what gangbanging is about. Gangbanging is about camaraderie amongst you and your people, and we move under this common moniker, right? So this is a gang. The bigger picture is a gang because we move under this moniker that when Jeremy Heck goes somewhere, they're gonna say this is Jeremy Heck from the bigger picture or from HipHopDX, right? Yeah. So that's a gang, in just by definition, right? So when you don't have a lot and you grow up in this section of Chicago or this section of South Central, and that's all you have is the camaraderie, and this is the donut shop that we congregate at. That donut shop becomes the hub of things that you hold dear to your heart. So when someone who comes and violates that territory, that
Dismantles the donut shop.
That sanctity, right? That's a covenant, right? If you have this covenant that you all hold dear, and someone is then violating that, you feel like they're violating you. And if you don't have shit for yourself, you don't own any real estate, you don't have a family, you don't have a dad, you don't have a mom, you grew up in an orphanage, or your homies raised you or something like that, that covenant becomes everything to you, and you're willing to crash out and do anything to protect it, right? So if you have a group of people, a group of young black men who are in Chicago, who are in East New York, who are in South Central, who are in Dallas, Oak Cliff, whatever, right? And you have a group of people who are moving on one accord, whether it's OTF, whether it's All Money In, whatever it is, and we're moving this way. And for whatever reason, it could be ignorant, it could be complicated. I have an issue with this group of people, right? Those group of people violate my group of people. Now, because we don't have much, we just have us, it becomes a necessary thing to then react to that. So that's the mentality that people are coming from. When people have a lack of empathy for the street shit that occurs, it's because they don't necessarily understand that most of this is coming from a place of lack. Because we don't have shit. And so you react viscerally to that. Just innately. If we were all starving and somebody threw a piece of bread down and we hadn't eaten a month, we would become different people, right? That's how the lack of resources, the lack of finances and poverty creates these environments to where they're very tumultuous. And that's what people don't understand. So when you look at this situation, I don't think that they should have done what they did. Obviously, I'm against violence or anything like that. But I do understand why it happens. Yeah. The why is more important than the what, in my humble opinion.
Yeah, it's hard from the outside. You never really will know what someone's going through.
You don't know. You have no idea. I can share this with you. Like I don't know. Did I tell you about the time I was shooting a music video? And I was shooting a music video in my neighborhood in Carson with one of the homies, and I was playing a DJ in a music video, and we were done filming the music video. So it was a Friday night. It was a local bar. So we were done filming the music video. The crew's breaking down the lights and shit like that. I'm packing my equipment up. In walks a DJ with his cart, and he's pulling the cart, has full of DJ equipment, and he's like, "What's going on here?" I'm like, "Oh, bro, we were shooting a music video because I'm on stage, so I'm packing up my equipment." I said, "Oh, we were shooting a music video, bro. Give me like 5 minutes, I'll be out your way. You can set up." He then goes, "Well, shit, I'm just saying, if they booked another DJ, I'll take my shit and go home." So now the homies is looking like, "What's up with bro?" You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up with him? Like, why is he coming at us like that? I'm like, "It's all good." He was like, so then he pulls his car over in the corner and he just like mumbling, talking shit to himself, like, shit, motherfuckers like always trying to, Like
He creates a narrative in his mind.
He created. So now he created a narrative that I'm trying to take his job, right? So the homies wanted to get him. I had to turn them down. No. So we pack up. We get in the car. We on our way to the next event. They're like, hey, why you always saving people? Why you didn't let us? I said, because what you don't realize, because you don't have understanding, is we are in the car on our way to our next event. He's been looking forward to this all week. This bar is all he has on Fridays.
Yeah.
A lot of people get into it with security guards in the same way because they like security trip. Friday nights, he's the man. No other day he has that.
Yeah.
We do shit all the time. We do cool shit. We go places. We know people. We hang out, whatever. But that DJ, that's all he has is that Friday night where he gets to be who he is. And his identity is probably attached to that. So he's going to react viscerally when he feels like that's being infringed upon.
Yeah.
And so it comes from an understanding, and I think that that's what needs to be taught from labels and from people in power is nuance. It's like, hey.
Also, no, not to be too on brand, but the bigger picture. See the bigger picture.
You have to just zoom out.
Yeah.
If you zoom out, you will understand and get a perspective on where someone else is coming from, and that will prevent a lot of the unnecessary bullshit.
That's all Tyler was trying to do with Judge Judy. And he just was trying to make me cool. He made the big
I don't want to
picture
judge Judy.
Also, Snoop Dogg.
He also said, Tyler also said that all of that is all facts on the album. It's first of all.
Yeah.
So there is a Judy. There's an older woman that turned him out.
The
He
gym.
did have a pregnancy scare.
Hey, me too.
Happened.
Shout out, we got something in common.
You like that
That's
little?
like a real LA story. I wonder if she was Latina. Mine was Latina. Oh yeah. She made me a man when I was 19.
How old was she?
31.
Woo!
West Coast.
Oh.
I was in Long Beach. I was in Long Beach every 2 weeks. Man, what?
What were the meals like?
Man, what?
Los con pollo?
No, fuck the meals. Hey man,
That's
I ain't gonna lie to you. I lived with her for 10 years.
Look how excited he is. Look at this.
Oh no, it was
Like,
He's giving that shit. See her energy right now.
as in afterwards, like you guys ended things, and then 10 years, you're 29, you're looking for her, she's 40.
Why'd you break up, King? What happened?
We didn't break up. We wasn't together. You know when we met? You know what she said to me? Actually, no. She left a
How
car.
excited he is.
She left a business because this is so player. She was player. I fucked with her. She's so good. Oh man. I said her name on the radio a bunch of times. I regret doing that because she got a daughter. But you know what I'm saying? And then I was like actively looking for her. I was like,
Oh,
hey,
you were like on the radio. If you are this lady,
Yes.
can you come find
hit me up. Real
This is
shit.
a rom-com.
But
She had to judge you. It's incredible.
real shit. Shout out to Just Duty. But no, she left a card on my truck.
Woo.
And she said, if I'm not imposing, call me. And I hit her up. She was like, yeah, I don't know if you have a girlfriend. I'm not trying to tie you down, take you away from your family or anything. I just want to see you. I think you're incredibly sexy.
How did she see you before? At a gig or something?
I can't say how I met her.
Okay, gotcha. So how long were y'all together?
I worked somewhere where she used to come often.
Okay. Hey, go back. She's like, these have language in the car too. I hope I'm not imposing on you.
Yeah, maybe this is where you learned this game from. This is the girl.
Sir, I'm not imposing on you. I'm trying to take you for your family. Okay, so then what happens then? You start dating young lady. How long you
What
guys?
define dating?
See, you were
Is there address in the car?
We were frequenting each other.
frequenting each other's company.
At a
Keeping
rapid
each other
pace.
company.
For a couple months per se?
Nah, about 5 years.
Oh,
Damn, that's a relationship.
5-year.
Don't
You
put
were
that
side
evil on
piece?
me.
You were a side piece?
Huh?
You were a side piece?
No. When she got a boyfriend, she told me, it was a long story, but she went and she ended up giving her life to God and shit. And I was like, I respect it. Like, she was like,
You're always
look,
gonna be second to God.
she was like, God be God. She was like, no matter how many times I text you or call you, she's like, I need you to ignore me. I don't have the strength to do this on my own.
That's
Wow.
such
Did you
unfair.
follow her lead?
I gave in one time.
Was it over the holidays? Holiday season?
Just a little, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I
Please
don't want to
forgive me.
judge. Hey.
I have had stronger days of discipline, but this is not one of them.
You know what I'm saying? She's hey, man.
That's why you like Judge Judy on
I
that
fuck
album.
with her. I fuck with her. Dude.
Takes you back.
It take me back.
And then you had a scare? Was it
No,
from?
I never had a scare.
Oh, with her, okay.
I've had a scare.
You know, I'm gonna start to like this record out, Jeremy. You know that?
Yeah, respect it.
History.
Yeah, you ain't like that.
LA gentleman with an older lady.
Hey man, that's a real
How do you see it
thing.
through the lens? What do you see it through the
She put me on.
She educated you.
She made me who I am today when it comes to that
God bless that
realm of Earth 616.
I don't even know what that means. The crew knows. I'll find out. Don't forget to tell me, guys. I'm not clear with the.
Yeah, man.
Well, shout out to this woman.
Have you ever had an older lady?
Yes.
How much older, Jeremy Heck?
Oh, we talked about this, no?
You got a Judge Judy?
I had a judge shoot very short periods.
How long? What was the age gap, champ?
She never told me her age. But,
Yeah.
But it had to have
What's
been.
her stripping name?
Wait, was she younger?
older.
Oh.
Older. I think she was probably 13, 14 years older.
Oh no, that's not even my biggest age gap.
What's your biggest age gap? Were you of age?
I can't say.
Did a woman take advantage of you?
Nah,
Is
nah,
this
nah.
Mr. Morale?
No.
Illegal.
It's definitely
Were you
Judge
18
Judy.
at least?
It was definitely Judge Judy, but it was the homegirl's family member, and it got tricky.
Is the homegirl still the homegirl? Okay.
We just.
Wait, yeah.
It wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're taking advantage of it.
So you said it's 13 years. She was 13 years older than you.
Probably around that. Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 26, 27.
39, 40.
So she's about 40.
Oh no, might have been older. She was closer to 50. She had to be closer to 50.
Jeremy Banks.
But it was very short lived. She imparted some wisdom on me. It was
How?
like
Okay.
therapy sessions,
What?
I'd say, you know.
What nationality was she?
She was
Canadian.
no, she was half black, half.
You stay with the sisters, man.
I don't remember.
Half black, half.
I don't. Yeah, we didn't get into nationality. But
Oh, you didn't even ask her what. You didn't ask her how old she. You didn't want to know none of
I
the
didn't want to know.
none of the numbers, huh? You just
One time.
rounding it up.
One time.
We know, and we didn't even. It wasn't even like we had a.
You
nice,
never.
I didn't fully. No, I didn't smash.
God damn it, Jeremy Heck. Why the fuck you telling us this thing?
I'm just saying, we frequented, but it was.
No, you didn't. You did not frequent.
frequented. Okay.
You don't have a Judge Judy. You stay out of this.
Respecting you as Judge Judy.
God damn. Nigga, you fucking Tyler's whole shit.
Do you think your Judge Judy still lives in LA?
Yes.
Would you be here for coffee?
Yes.
Is
What
she,
if a preacher would
I owe her that.
Is she the love of your life?
No. But I owe her coffee for sure.
Anytime. You owe her like a Starbucks member.
It's two. I have two Judge Judies.
Who's the second?
That's the one with the homegirl I can't talk about.
Oh yeah.
The first one I can talk about. The second one I can't talk about. That shit too close to home. That shit's still real life.
I can say haven't seen his emotions flare up like this.
It's that shit. See it, man.
Yeah.
So did you survive a week without your head getting?
Oh, no, it ain't gonna be. It might not even be fourth quarter. It might be March next year when I think.
I imagine.
Ken Tyler's story.
Yeah.
I imagine he's gonna get his get back a year. Cause you told me actually one time when we were talking, you were like, "Yeah, I once pulled my best prank was like 17 months later on someone." So I imagine it's gonna be.
Because Gina asked me the same thing. She's like, "You don't do your get back yet?" No. I'm gonna wait until you're not even thinking about that shit, and then it's gonna strike. I'm gonna strike with the full force of the United States government.
So you hold no blame to your partner, Gina, on this?
No, she's
Oh no, she gonna get. Oh, she's in. Oh yeah.
I actually imagine me and Gina. This is how I imagined the prank going. Can I put out a fake scenario?
Go ahead.
So this is how I imagine it. Let's just say it's like March next year or something like that.
Mhm.
And we get a text, a group chat text. Me and Gina and his head. It said location and time. That's all it says. Okay. And then one of us goes like, "What's this about?" And head just puts like an emoji because I know he loves emoji using. And it's like an emoji.
Black fist?
Yeah, it's a black fist emoji, and like it just says like dot or something on it. And me and Gina show up to some venue, and it's just us, and maybe there's other people involved. Like maybe there's like TDE members or PG Lang members there. It's like real exclusive industry. And me and Gina show up, and like what's going on? And then like, there's murmurs of. And there's like murmurs, and we think like we're gonna be a part of some like really exclusive event, and then on the screen it'll say PG Lang presents, and we're thinking we're about to see like an exclusive music video from Kendrick, but then it really just goes into a video that's really just like roasting me and Gina. Some prank he's been pulling for like the past.
You underestimate me, Jeremy.
That's not good enough.
No.
Oh gosh.
I'm going to destroy you niggas. Like, I'm going to make sure I'm going to set it ain't even gonna have nothing to do with me. I'm gonna set it. This is what I was thinking. I'm not gonna use this throwaway, but I would set up an interview with you in like 40.
Yeah.
And it's real.
And it's an actual interview.
And it's a real interview.
Yeah.
And you walk in and 40 is sitting there.
Yeah. No one should be.
And you did 2 weeks of research.
Yeah.
To have this moment for yourself.
Yeah.
And then 40 would just, you sit down and then cameras are rolling and everybody's ready.
Yeah.
And then 40 would laugh at you and just leave.
And he just walks
And
out.
he just walks out. We don't fuck with you.
You was supposed to her already.
And we don't fuck with you. And they would just say that, like, we don't fuck with you.
So I get like to my face, my heart broken by OVO
On camera.
on camera.
That's the type of shit I'm
Okay.
on.
All right. Okay. That's. Can I redeem myself if I get you one-on-one time with Shinsia? Would that redeem?
There you go.
No.
Little phone call.
So why would I even try to do that then? No.
I didn't tell you to try.
But I was gonna try.
Redemption is happening.
So, okay. So no matter what.
I have in my possession right now 3 ballistic missiles. Not real fucking, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, 3 ballistic what?
For me and Gina, or just
3 ballistic missiles just for you. I have 2 for her on deck. I already told her 1 because she loves Scream. So I would actually, she was like, I need to be in the new Wayans movie. So I'm like, all right. So I know them.
Yeah.
So I would actually put her on set in a trailer with a script and everything, and she would just sit in the trailer, and nobody would ever come get her to bring it. That's the type of shit I'm on, damn yeah. You could just be sitting in the trailer and be hitting camera, and you just sit there for 12 hours waiting for the producer to come grab you to take you to set. Nobody ever come, and everybody went home and shit. You just in the trailer.
just waiting.
Yeah,
Great
that's how shit I'm
And you
on.
know me, I probably wouldn't say anything. I'd be
And
waiting.
these are throwaways. I told her this already. Like that's just shit. That's me freestyle.
This is a B-side. Wow.
But yeah, it's all good.
So,
You got a spotlight?
Fear. I want to spotlight the fear in my heart.
But before spotlight, I do want to say rest in peace to DJ Clark Kent.
Yeah, Clark Kent.
Legend.
Legend. I know you guys probably have some stories too.
I don't
Absolutely.
You guys, but I had met him last year. We were doing an interview. He had made some comments that he wanted to clear up and do an interview. So shout out to Hoff, set us up with an interview, and we ended up speaking. It was a 2-hour interview. We talked about stories like Biggie, Jay, and we were about to put the interview out. And I remember I sent him the version, and he called me. He's like, "Hey, actually, I kind of want to wait on putting anything out right now." He's like, "Just the timing. Like, there's a lot going on." And he had disclosed at that point that he was dealing with illness. And,
Oh, wow.
And he had said he's been really going through it. And he basically was saying he wasn't sure how long he had, and he was saying like he really wanted to take every step he had seriously at that point and be very, very cautious and mindful of like what he was putting out into the world and his word and his actions. And it was crazy because I when they said on TMZ and stuff that it was like he had been dealing with this for years, like he had kind of disclosed that to me, but it was crazy how he said he didn't really want anyone to know at that time, and he was very like, I just want people to focus on my art. But he was one of the most passionate music lovers I've ever had a chance to speak to. So rest in peace to Clark Kent. He's done way more than people will ever realize.
Wow. Yeah, I wasn't aware of the ailment. I didn't know he had the situation he was fighting. Angie Martinez had called me when the rumors had first started, when people were proclaiming him gone, and how upset the family was because clearly he was in his last days and they didn't want these false announcements going on. But yeah, when I go back to Clark, I just think, first of all, just on some like hip hop stuff, amazing DJ, like one of the greatest DJs. Like I don't know if you ever seen him play behind his wheels, like incredible DJ. Like really set the blueprint of a lot of the New York City nightlife as I was coming up. Like if you was going to a Clark Kent party, you knew that you was going to hear some great music. That sort of real upper tier thing. On some fun notes, I remember like he's such a ridiculous sneaker collector.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at XXL and I started getting my paper up. I'm like, let me get some sneakers. Let me try to get in the game, get my drip together. Blah blah. My dumb luck was I'm the same size as Clark Kent. I'm 12. So every time we like the sneaker dealers would be like, oh, we gotta give it to Clark. We gotta give it to Clark. So Clark became like my nemesis of like, can I get this Air Force before he gets it or else I'm gonna whatever. But nah, the guy was so passionate about hip hop. You know what the thing about Clark was like? He also would challenge you. Like he was very bold and confident and arrogant, especially when he was younger. And he would tell you what he liked about you, what he didn't like about you. Very DJ head style. Like very strong personality that way. But what he would do is that he would always acknowledge good work and great work and say, I like what you did there. Like, that's just dope. This movement's dope. He was pay attention and loved hip hop so much, right? And like you said, like, I remember I was doing a little underground East Village radio, internet radio thing, and I did a Biggie tribute, and I was working hard to try to find all these rare Biggie mixes and unreleased Biggie stuff and put together this mix. I didn't mix it, I'm not a DJ, but I just put the MP3s together and played it. I remember he hit me the next day and was like, yo, that mix is really dope. Like, you really found some shit. Like, that meant a lot to me. And then finally, you know, he's most known for literally the person that brought us and really made Jay-Z believe that he could give up his street life and become an artist and become the man he is. And Clark was very instrumental in that. Before even that, he brought Dame Dash into the business by signing 2 of his acts. So he basically helped build Rockefeller. He empowered Dame Dash as an executive, which led him to connecting with Jay-Z, and Jay-Z believing that with Dame Dash and Biggs that they could create Rockefeller and Jay could become the artist that he is. So, you know, I know it's a tough loss for him, for Jay and the family. That he has a beautiful wife and children, so I send my condolences. But yeah, this is a guy that's left pretty much an indelible mark on hip hop that is never going to be replaced.
Yeah.
Shout out to Clark King, man. I heard legendary stories about him, even when I was coming up. Him and Slay. Shout out to Wack. I remember Wack and Glasses told me that I was like K Slay out here.
Yeah, that personality wise, like the way you don't hold
I didn't know K Slay like that. I mean, we've talked before, but I didn't know him like that. And same thing with Clark King. Like, I remember being in close proximity, but I never had a chance to talk to him.
Well, speaking of DJing, we have great footage of you at work crushing your I'd never seen
Oh my God.
DJ head
What?
DJ.
Uh-oh.
But he
That's
was
some
DJing
footage?
so well, and he was so locked in that someone was trying to dap up DJ Head, and he was so CT capturing this footage. He
Why
was
did I
so
see this?
he was so
I
focused
don't get invited to these kind
that
of
there was a dab.
He's only in the corner. No, he's not in the corner.
Look at that. She's holding out her hand for the dab here. DJ Head.
Oh, was
is
a young
so-
lady with that
Yeah,
body?
he's so
He's
locked
a
in.
young lady
He's
hanging?
so locked in.
That's Mac.
Look at
Big Mac.
this.
Big Mag. Shout out to Big Mag. He's locked.
You still don't see
She's
her?
she's waiting. She said maybe, but she's
I would've
committed
got
too
myself
long.
at that point.
She's committed too long.
You start waving.
She said, you know what?
What are you cutting up?
In
You
comes-
hype
in
and
comes
shit.
Jeremy.
What the fuck you playing?
I was going.
To save the day. with
What is he playing?
I was DJing, bro. You know what's crazy?
When you're cutting and scratching, like, what were you doing?
Actually, you know what's interesting? And the God is guiding right now, the synergy of it, and I can explain it to you off air, but the synergy of it is crazy. So I was DJing Roddy Rich's album release party. And
You sat up here last week and I said, are we getting a Roddy Ricch album anytime soon? And you said, no. 2 days later, Roddy Ricch tweets, album coming December 6th. Album release party.
so I was DJing Roddy Rich's album release party.
Lie about Roddy.
And I was DJing, and someone who I had frequented had come up in the same fashion, was trying to like give me a hug, and Sal was just like
Stiff arm.
Silas was my manager, and he wouldn't let her in the DJ booth, and he knew the situation.
Good DJ. Very good.
I was gonna ask the Silas and
He knew the situation. He was like, no, he's DJing right now. Much how you just said, like when
You're locked in.
I'm not really here. I'm scanning the crowd to read the crowd to play the music, but I'm not like interacting with humans. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, she's trying to like get to me, and Silas is like, no, and then we end up falling out really bad. To this day, I don't think we that cool because of that situation. She felt like she had privileges to, impart
Are you
herself.
at work during?
And Silas shut it down, and he had to tell her, like, I don't even care if you were his mother. Like, he's DJing right now. We're in a club full of people. It's like 400 people in this club. Like,
No distraction.
let him work or whatever. And she didn't like that shit at all. And, it was up from there. And I really enjoyed that.
I think we learned a lot about your frequency today. It was good.
Really,
frequency.
I really enjoyed that
Inspired,
situation.
inspired by Tyler.
I actually would like that situation
Hit me up with a cup of coffee also.
Yeah,
Hit me up for a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
you made flashback.
Let's definitely get a cup of coffee.
Actually,
You know what I'm saying?
actually, maybe outside of the DJ booth.
I don't drink coffee, but you can drink coffee. Let's get a cup of coffee.
Tea.
We outside.
This is what Tyler's inspired. Relationships.
West Coast.
Alright. And Snoop's dropping an album, and they actually released the date. And you,
713 missionary.
and apparently you're invited.
And again, we're not gonna share the other thing because it was a private DM between me and Snoop. But I
Yeah.
proved to Jeremy and DJ had the me and Snoop on incredible good terms.
I'm okay with that. I didn't say
Your
you
invite was lost in the mail. Is what it pretty much was.
Yeah, Snoop admitted that he was upset that my invite wasn't given Interscope. He plans on Interscope.
Yeah.
I take the man for his word, and I'm very welcome to partake of listening to the album of Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg is
When
a
did he
colleague,
say
a
this?
friend of mine. You saw that? I said, I
No,
shared
but
with
when?
you.
When was this?
After I complained, after the last episode, I said, "What was my invite to the Snoop Dogg missionary?"
But you wasn't there last night, though.
Hey,
I'm fucking with y'all.
I need a private listening at this point.
That's what
I
it
need a
is.
private listening at this point. Nah. I just gotta continue to dispel these rumors that me and Snoop Dogg have any sort of problem.
I didn't say that you had problems.
You've been stirring that the whole time.
You have said that.
Since the inception of this show. The inception of the bigger picture. You played this narrative that me and Snoop Dogg.
Niggas don't like the West Coast, so I'm fine.
Missionary, man. December 13th, man. Snoop Dogg.
Dr. Dre.
I think the track list does look different, like you promised. Very unique.
The album is not what you expect it to be. And
Leave it at that.
people expecting doggy style. It's not doggy style.
I said it's a different position.
Wrap this shit up.
All right, spotlight.
Go first, Jeremy.
All right, I got first today. All right, I had a few. There's a lot of great music.
Nah, man, fuck that. Only one.
Yes, one Jeremy had.
Yeah, go ahead.
I do.
Let me get this shit off.
Okay. I really like that D2X album. My guy Chris Patrick had a phenomenal feature verse.
He's gonna get Chris Patrick in every motherfucking episode.
Anytime I
Man.
can get Chris
I already
Patrick.
shouted the guy out. How many times?
Yeah,
What's
listen.
the goddamn Chris Patrick
I'm
cast?
a fan right now. He's my favorite rapper. Okay. He's in Europe with Russ right now on tour. But yeah.
Oh, yeah, who I got Russ too. We got to
Yeah,
do this.
yeah.
I need you.
But yeah, D2X had a dope project. It reminded me, I said, of like the vlog era, kind of like where there's a theme, there's like, it kind of felt like superheroes, you know, with the artwork, but that was super dope. And then yesterday at our Something Dope open mic, there was a lot of great talent, but there's a couple that stood out to me. Aisha Camille, she killed it. R&B, really great vocals, really took over the crowd, great energy. And then D-Lobs, this guy who drove all the way from Rhode Island. He said he drove to Rhode Island because he saw our event and he wanted to be there, and it took him like a week to get there. And he's now in LA, and he shut it down with the crowd. So shout out to those two artists and everybody.
I want to spotlight. Shout out to AOTY and Mark Nasty. They put out a project. All slaps. All slaps. All slaps.
So when you were doing the test, it was just
Yeah, our AD and Mark Nasty. It's called House of Wagons. All slaps. And also I want to shout out to Spotlight Reason. He put out a song. He put out a song with RJ called Gotta Know. I fuck with that and we playing that on the radio too.
Which one for Reason?
It's called Gotta Know.
Is that out?
It's out. Just came out. And then also I want to shout out.
Multiple. You guys like all these artists, man. What's going on? I'm only doing
I
one.
want to shout out to EARTHGANG. I had a chance to listen to that.
Needle drop. You're a big fan. You gonna get a hoodie?
Watch, I bet you somebody will just clip that and then like DJ Head shouts out EARTHGANG, but then they won't have the context of you listening to the album, and then somebody else will reply with that earlier.
And also Meg Thee Stallion. I know we'll get to her eventually, but
Hey, can you clear? They think I'm a big hater. I tried bringing up Meg 3 times today. You guys kept moving.
I like a couple of the songs on the album.
The documentary's also out right now.
Yes.
The documentary is out. I just want the only thing that I was we'll do a Meg critique next week.
Okay.
Because it's too goddamn long.
Will Rock Nation allow it?
It's album's too long, bro. I went to a listening yesterday before I went to the studio, and the homie played me his album. He got 20 tracks on it. I'm like, bro. It's too goddamn.
I was gonna say that. Why? I guess because
What
we
was
want
it,
to play
the
the
last?
streaming game, but it's like I think that
It's too
I
goddamn.
asked you for 20 tracks in this era.
So Meg's album, but I did like
How
some.
long is Tyler's album? Like 14?
14.
Yeah.
But was
Meg,
that?
no,
I think that's
It's
the
longer
that's
than
the,
No, Tyler's was 14, but
Oh.
Meg's was 18 on the deluxe, so it was already 13 on the first version, and then just 2.
It's a whole new album.
Or no, sorry. Oh, 13 on the new. It's only 13 on the new.
Gotcha. Well, anyway, I like some of the songs on Meg shit. We'll get to that next
Yeah.
week.
I want to spotlight Lloyd Banks. He dropped a new mixtape. This is
For real?
The 1031. Yeah, he has a series, Halloween Havoc. So he's put out many of them. This is the 5th one. Independently, he's doing his thing. And I think a song. I did a quick needle drop, DJ Hairstyle. I think I like a record called Choose Wisely. I think.
Yeah, choose wisely.
That stood out to me, but
I gotta go check out Lloyd
Yeah,
Banks.
yeah.
yeah, Lloyd Banks.
Is he still rapping at the highest count?
Still raps, same Lloyd Banks, baby. But actually, I think some of the ones lately I thought weren't engineered as well. Like this one's really well engineered and mastered. It makes it a lot better. Original production and all the tracks.
Nice.
But yeah, classic New York boom bap hip hop. That's what he does.
And then you want to close with your
Lloyd
list?
Banks. Oh,
Your
so
new top
so
10.
Meezy, who's 21
Yeah,
Savage.
check
Hold
it
on,
out.
I have my scoop. We forgot my scoop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
breaking
This
news.
is, yeah.
You
Okay.
got some.
So Elliott.
You ready?
Elliott texted
This is
yesterday.
too far in the hour, man. But
We'll
goddamn,
put
I'm
this as
getting
a
my
social
off.
clip. We'll put this as a social clip. Because Elliott texted us in the group.
I
and
said
then-
I got a scoop. That's what a journalist say.
In
A
quotes.
scoop.
And
That's when you like have sources and then they tell you something.
can I read just what this part says?
Go ahead, please.
So he said, I got a, in quotes, scoop for tomorrow, and then just sends a picture, and it says, 4A, information, especially of immediate interest. It's cropped with nothing else. I said eye emojis, and then he just followed up with another tweet. What that is?
Silence. Silence.
Okay, what is
DJ has on his phone. He doesn't care. It's not,
He's looking it through
my life. What I do. I just like trying to be a journalist and shit.
He's looking
Trying to be the
through
number one journalist. Are you taking pictures? What's going on? It's-
No, I was trying to find the scoop too.
Are you
Are
trying
you trying to battle it?
We're trying to outscoop
Look at you.
So go ahead.
That's I'm gonna tell you what one of my sources said. They said DJ Headcake be getting all the scoops. It's funny you say that. It's a competitive fire. That's literally what somebody told me. Because I said you cool with me because you gotta check with your sources. Are you cool
Yeah.
with me bringing this to light? Blah blah. Blah. And the person said DJ Headcake be getting all the scoops out here. Blah blah. Look at the competitive fire. in this shit.
I'm not competitive.
You was on your phone before I even got my shit. Trying to come with the counter. I can't get Family Matters out. You got motherfucking Meet the Grams locked and loaded. Can I win? Can I get my shit
I have
off?
no scoops this episode. King, go ahead.
Oh my gosh.
Drake and Future gotten on the phone and they've resolved their differences.
Wait,
Drake and Future.
what a time to be
Good
alive.
authority- on
We're
good
back.
authority, on good authority, Drake and Future have at least gotten on the phone and resolved their differences. According to them. So I don't know what that means. Obviously, we saw Young Thug. I mean, not Young Thug. Yeah, Young
Yeah,
Thug.
Young Thug.
From prison, incarcerated, put out the energy of, hey guys, let's get it back going. So I think that helped the energy when Future reposted it.
Yeah.
So I know they did. All I can really say is they got on the phone and whatever, seeing the media issues, they seem to come to a place of resolving that. Metro not included. There's no trust there still with Metro, but I do believe that Drake and Future are back on the same page. What the reveal will be, I don't know, but probably with the music, I would think, when it's time. Like, do we get a Drake Party album? Does Drake come out with a single with Future? Does Future come out with Future? I didn't even get another Future album. He's crazy. He might do another album. You never know. So I think it comes back out through the music, but I think it's very interesting that, you know, the guy was part of this trust movement, trust you, still don't trust you, but, you know, obviously we know Drake and Future have so much history. Drake obviously was one saying he didn't really know, we never really met you, he got the lightest of all the taps of all the B20, so it makes sense in some capacity. But yeah, all I know is that I can say with my chest, and people may deny it, that I heard very clearly that they got on the phone at least, and they're in a different place.
Wow.
Future, etc.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that. And I'm excited.
Do you
for-
believe it?
I believe you. I always believe you. I believe you.
Do you believe me, DJ? He's seething. He's seething.
I don't care.
They're
I
great
think-
too.
I think it's healthy.
Yeah.
Is it running to Atlanta?
He's
What
gonna
is-
say,
what
I
is
trust
the-
you now.
If he had to go to Atlanta, I'm sure he would take a plane.
That's how it's the best way to get there.
Next, will we maybe one day see Elliott Wilson and Drake get on the phone?
That's probably less likely than most.
Who's
Like,
the
that's like,
mediator
that's
for
like
that?
he said squash beef with everybody except me. Except me and Ja Rule. Everybody else is Fat Joey's friends with. Everybody else is cool. It's like, oh, yeah, that's it. The journalists and the artists don't. I said it's contagious.
Yeah.
You don't know how to squash beef, man. It's tough when you get on the outs with these artists, man. I don't know.
Do you inherit the beef?
Oh, nah, he's from
With
Winnipeg.
Drizzy?
He's from Winnipeg. Oh, you hesitating.
I have to-
You gotta have my beef. You hesitate out here.
How seriously do you take this beat? If you're standing on this forever and you're this like a serious beat, and you don't think that you'll get on the phone with Drake at any time in the rest of your life, I will inherit it. But if you think that there's a chance that you guys will be cool again, I don't want to be left on the bridge being like, I inherited the beef though, and then Drake doesn't fuck with me now, and then Elliott's like, whatever.
He probably don't fuck with you now, King.
I don't think he does. I think a lot of the older fans.
We created this show with DJ Head.
Yeah, I think by proximity, it's maybe your fault.
You don't think he fuck with me?
I don't think he does. You were the guy who urged him to drop music when he wasn't ready.
So you saying he wasn't ready?
I'm saying he was testing the water still at that point.
And we're back at square one. So one of the big things. Where's my New York hat?
Yeah, do that, bro. Listen, shout out to the chat.
Yeah.
But you're excited, Jeremy, as a music fan.
Yeah, I'm
You wanna
excited.
You want to hear the boy and Pluto back together.
Yes, What a Time to Be Alive I thought was great. I wanted to hear the second version of that. I also loved their recent single. I thought was some of the best music that both, the one with the 10 sample, I thought was some of the best music that both of them made in a long time. So, yeah, I'm excited to see them back.
Slaps. They
Excited
made
to
slaps.
see what the future holds for the boy.
Future. Do you think people are going to deny us and say I'm making stuff up? And you
Yes, 100%.
think they're not going to believe me? Just like the Jay-Z thing?
Yeah, I think they will. They will deny it.
It's a very big hat.
No, I actually I adjusted it for DJ Head.
Yo, and I have a big head. Come on, my head is huge as fuck too.
I couldn't get a fitting, so I didn't know
Walk
what
inside.
size it was gonna be.
Oh, no.
So
I want you to enjoy this. I want you to enjoy this.
you tortured me for 22 weeks. I come in with some jokes on air.
No, I'm good with it. I like
Okay,
it.
okay.
I want you to get yours off.
All right.
I even not wear. You know, I used to always wear hats, and now I never wear hats.
Yeah, I've never seen.
I have no
you
hat swag anymore. My
Never
hat
seen
swag
you
is
hat.
terrible.
You don't have no hats?
You have good hair,
Put it on backwards, King.
That's what I'm about to do that. How'd you know? I'm about to do that.
I actually only saw you with backwards hats until like episode 15.
There it is.
Yeah,
Hey, that shave off about 7 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's because you're the only man on the planet that has a bigger head than me.
That shave
There's no
off.
reason to.
Well, you have a Yankees hat on, so
When the guy said
we all know how that went.
Yankees.
when the guy said you memorized all of Good Kid, Mad City
Who?
on Twitter.
I didn't see that.
But your reply was good.
What did I say?
You hit it back. You said, why does he have so much nose real estate on his face?
Oh, you talking about nostrils?
Nostrils, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to nostrils. One deep breath and we all
Nostradamus.
fucked. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking more Spanish or Mexican. I could be more part of the brown community out here.
Not Mexican.
I can't be with the Browns.
Spanish, yeah, not Mexican.
Dominican?
Yeah. Puerto Rican.
They not like us.
Puerto Rican is
They
like-
not like us. Like my man David Ortiz. They not like us.
Anyway,
They not like us, puppy.
before
You know?
this shit get any
like
crazier,
us.
make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to the chat.
I like my
You know,
Dominican
and
accent.
fucking with us every Saturday morning.
Love you guys.
We appreciate. They love y'all. I fuck with y'all.
Broccoli emojis in the chat right now.
One
Put them
day.
in.
One day.
And please, if you're listening to this via audio, hit that follow as well. Appreciate you.
The bigger big show!